Boys. Yeah. 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 Your dad in the dark, same hoodie, same grin. 4:30 on the dot, he's already tuning in. Claude on the screen, ideas hit quick. 2 exits in the bag, that's a serious trick. Pep text at the desk, he don't need a warm up. 5 a.m. sharp, and he's building from the ground up. Kodak's in the lane, he's moving like smoke. Turn a rough little sketch to a product that floats. They don't sleep late, they don't chase the hype. They make the whole room shift before the sun gets bright. One name on the cap, one name on the file. When they step in the build, everybody feels the style. Early birds, no break. Hands on code, no fake. Quiet room, big play. They lock in for days. Vibe boys, give that pep tech. Vibe boys, build it up, then deploy. Vibe boys, 4 to 6, they're on point, boys. Vibe boys, 2 wins deep, they want more noise. Vibe boys, 2 wins deep, and they want more noise. Dev Dad got the scars from the first 2 deals. Knows what a clean exit and a sharp turn feels. He's past the talk, he's about that proof. Got the boardroom calm with the startup truth. Pep tech writes fast and he writes it clean. Cuts 10 bad paths just to keep the team lean. Clock for the thinking, Codex for the grind. They split the load and still stay aligned. Coffee, nah. They already past phase. Got a sunrise hustle in the half-lit haze. When the world comes online, they're already ahead. 2 chairs, 2 screens, and a million steps red. Early birds, no break. Hands on code, no fake. Quiet room, big play. Stay lock in for days. Vibe boys, give that pep tech. Vibe boys, he'll build it out, then deploy. Vibe boys, 4 to 6, they're on point, boys. Vibe boys, 2 wins deep, and they want more noise. Vibe boys, 2 wins deep, and they want more noise. From the first light to the first merge, they turn raw ideas to a live product surge. One's got the exits, one's got the spark. Together they're a shot of gold in the dark. Vibe boys, them pep tech. Vibe boys, you'll build it up, then deploy. Vibe boys, 4 to 6, they're on point, boys. Vibe boys, 2 wins deep, and they want more noise. Vibe boys, 2 wins deep, and they want more noise.
Noise. Good morning. Good to be back. Happy Thursday. Let's get this real quick. Just got to get this out to Discord too. All right. All right, guys. We're locking back in today. Off for a couple days. Talented. Good morning, man. What's going on? Off for a couple days. We're back in the saddle. Seeing where Brent's at. All right. Let's see here. Let me just make sure I'm still good. All right, keep an eye on Brent here. Let's see. Let's make sure I'm still my live. Okay, perfect. All right. Talented, how are you, man? Been a minute here. Gotta like kind of get readjusted. I'm bummed I couldn't take advantage of the all the resets that happened in ChatGPT. There was so many. There was like 3 that happens. Good, man. Good to hear that, Talented. Let me actually refresh this real quick. They have so many updates all the time in Codex. Can't keep up. ChatGPT now. All right. Okay, so let's see. Just see where we ended up. I had a couple things I wanted to work on for marketing. Oh, perfect. Look at that. Love to see that. 8 hours ago. I want to touch base with Brent before I do anything because I have a lot of things I want to do in support of marketing efforts, and I think we're damn close to getting some of those marketing effort items done. And we might have even gotten our first customer that converted. Let's see. Let me just put a secret screen up quick. As you know, we don't reveal any customer data here. All right. Okay, one little thing I want to do. It says we got a bug somewhere. It looks like Brent signed up with 2 emails, but for some reason, one is paid and one is trialing. So we got to figure that out. And then I want to be able to see the exact date and time in some of our news. We just show the date right now, just like a little thing for tracking. But let me take a look here. Marketing. All right, here, go back over there. Talented, built a side project for drag racing for a car I tuned for a customer and made better software. And he showed me some friends, then they want to pay for it, so now I get to bill pay for it for viewing drag racing data logs. Nice, dude. That's cool. It's funny. I don't have the shiny object syndrome, but my wife actually had a really good idea for an app last night, and like it's funny now. It's like in our world, you can just like Codex could probably do that in a goal in like 8 hours. So something really just for her, and maybe people want to pay for it. But we're still locked in a launch loop. I'm mistaken. I took like 50 notes while I was out of office for ideas I wanted to do. I want to get the content generation going, but I want to touch base with Brent first before we do anything. Let's see. One thing I did as well on X, I've just been trying to be useful and like review people's products and stuff. I remember Talented, you had, I can't remember the name of it. It was like a review site or something. I've been using Screen Charm for basically like recording like little videos of like demos and stuff. Ugly Baby, yes, thank you. I basically just made a Twitter thread and like I haven't got to all of them. I still need to. But basically I was going to make my own version of this and just call it pepreviews.com or something. And because I actually went to tester sign up and I submitted this form and I reached out, I think directly to these folks. And no one got back to me. And like, I don't know. I think I have a good eye for some product design and just wanted to be helpful and stuff. And my thing would be like, okay, I'll review your landing page for like a minute or something like that. Maybe it's $5. If you want me like a full, if you want me to actually sign up for your app, go through your free trial, whatever, 5-minute video, maybe it's like 10 or $20 or something. I don't know. I got some really good reviews or like a lot of engagement on that on X, and I think it was, I don't know, I like being able to give feedback. And kind of selfishly, I'm hoping that people will also give me feedback. But yeah, this is just $79 probably is worth it, but you kind of don't know who you're getting. If you sign up for Pep Reviews, you get me. So that's just like one other thing I've been thinking about. Again, not shiny object syndrome, but this kind of helps, kind of compounds. I think just like wanting to be helpful. I think this would be a kind of got the idea from this a little bit, and then I just noticed that there's a lot of threads in X right now where just are like, hey, drop your product below, I'll give it a look. And I thought, well, a better way than to use Screen Charm. So I don't know, think about that too. I'm sure there's 1,000 people doing it, right? Streamer Nick made his version of it too. Pure poll, interesting. Yeah. So same sort of idea. Did they even charge for this? See a real example.
Okay, cool. Agile.
Yeah, so same idea. Interesting. Cool. I'm gonna note this as an idea, but yeah, the idea with this would be, or like inspiration rather. But the idea would just be like, here's one-time fee, $5, whatever. One-time fee, $20. I don't know. And you know what? If it works, great. If it doesn't, that's cool. But like, it's something where it'd be super lightweight to get up and running. I'm trying to figure out how many limits I have. But the Codex bar is not working. The phrase is that you trade reviews or review someone else's website, some reviews. That's a really good idea. Here, I'm gonna keep this pulled up. Oops. I love that idea. Maybe I'll do something similar. And but it'll just be like, you're always getting me, basically. I like that. Thank you for sharing that, Talented. That's very useful. Yeah, I don't know. I just figured I'd share kind of some of the stuff I was thinking about over the weekends. Until we get Brent back here. Yeah, I think that's a cool idea. I think it just like there's a lot of power in seeing. Obviously, session replay is great. Like session replay is awesome, but I think there's way more power in just like watching somebody use your site for the first time and just like what are your live and active thoughts. And you can always hop on a customer discovery call and stuff and do that for you, but everyone's super busy. So I don't know. I think there's a lot of value in that personally. So I'm just thinking about that too. All right. Okay. Let's see. I want to get kind of the next phase of this done for launch loop. Let's see. But I want to know where Brent left off with this integration intelligence. Okay, let's see. Let's go here. Let's see, integration intelligence. Oh, okay. Well, we're working on that. We can work on one thing. We want to be able to get the exact time that someone I want to get the exact time that someone signed up for the app. Oops. Man, I haven't typed in a while. Status. Okay. All right. So let's plan that out. To plan. On the marketing page for my site, I want to, or the admin panel, I want to get the exact date and time that users sign up for the free trial and the exact date and time that those users will convert as well. I don't know if he's here this morning. But Tito is actually one of the first that gave us a bunch of feedback. And so, if you're watching, Tito, Tito also has some good feedback. This linear feedback thing is working really good. This send feedback, it's actually working really well. I actually had another kind of product idea for this at some point, but here, Talent, you might appreciate this. And this is kind of where almost all of my work has been going right now. Hey, Zulex, good morning, man. How are you? So let's see. Let's go to. I gotta get the sidebar. Consistent as well. Sometimes it drives me nuts, and I just haven't had the time to do that yet. But all right, let's go to here. All right, admin panel. Here we go. Marketing. We have and at some point I may make this a full feature in the app. I'm not sure, but I'm good, Zulex. I'm really good. Yeah, I had some good time off. Had spent a lot of time up at camp. Saw some horse racing. Good time. Tired, super tired. On the boat all day. One of the days, a lot of sun. Really good time. Yeah. I did not win anything. Well, okay, that's not true. I won. I broke even basically. I don't really bet a whole lot. So you put like $2 down on like a horse race. I did win 2 exactas, which is basically like if like a horse comes in first and second, you can get them in any order. It's called like a exacta box, and I won 2 of those. So basically, like if you have 10 horses racing, the bet is like, hey, I want 4 and 10 to win, and they can win in any order, and that happened twice. But then I just like took those winnings and put them back, and then I broke even. So maybe I should have cashed out. But then you put in like $2, and it's like obviously the payouts are not going to be super big. But if I put in like $5, it would have been way bigger. But it was fun. It was a lot of fun. A lot of time to unplug. Tried to stay off my phone. Didn't have service either, which is kind of a nice thing. So I had no service, so kind of forced me to stay off my phone. But it was really good. A lot of fun. One day maybe I'll hit big there. But yeah, Talented, I wanted to show, and Zulix and everyone, I wanted to show you kind of before I left, have this. I'll tell you the one thing I wish that, I mean, like I had 5-6 launched, and then I was like, all right, going on vacation now. and there were so many resets and stuff, and like I wanted to like rip goal mode on something, but I didn't know obviously how many resets there would be. But in hindsight, I should have just like one of these random ideas I had just for like testing and like trying it out. Yeah, I should have done fast on X high Soul Ultra or Soul Ultra rather, and just kind of saw the results. But yeah, I've been really enjoying 5.6. It's it's still hard for me to like I really have used it only like 2 days now, 2 or 3 days, but it's front end design and got figured out a little better, which is nice. Front end was a big one. Hey, good morning, Chibis. How are you? All right, let me show you this quick. I'm not sure if I show this on stream or Brent showed this, but we basically have you can add a prospect here. And again, this may become like a sales feature to our actual users in the future. But right now, we're kind of dog fooding it. I'm dog fooding it, kind of getting all the kinks fleshed out and whatnot. But you put someone's first name, last name, their X handle, and a website. And then this is just like a pre-generated, here, but you can modify and tweak this as you want. And then there's a video script, and you'll see that in a second. I just realized I just need to have this video URL over here. But the idea is create like a 60-second video, have a script you can sort of like read off, all modifiable, right? But it's kind of just a boilerplate, whatever. And then it creates like a customized landing page for you. Markdown support, which is kind of cool too. And then once it's created, like I did one for me, for example, and then it's like a tracker of all the different social platforms. You can delete the prospect, nothing crazy interesting, but kind of like a very lightweight CRM unintentionally. And sure, we probably could do like a Notion CRM, whatever. But this is what a user would see, and this is where Scream Charm I've really enjoyed. And this is kind of like our marketing strategy right now is, organic X marketing. Basically go to people, with warm connections, noticing that they are not, marketing a whole lot. Hey, Ryan, dude, what's going on, dude? Good to see you, man. Good morning. What time is it for you right now, Ryan? Isn't it like super early for you? Good morning, man. Thank you for joining, dude. So yeah, the idea basically is like organic X marketing, 2:30 a.m. here. Yeah, Ryan. I know you're California time, right? It's West Coast. Yeah, man. Thank you for joining. I know it's wicked early, dude. Appreciate you hopping in, man. 4:28. Some early risers, man. Early risers. It's 30-day walk street. Man, good to be back in the saddle, guys. Well, I must say, it's weird. I'm very much like a routine person. So breaking routine is like, so thank you guys for being here. Appreciate you, especially wicked early. I know some of you are also very late. I know Zulix, you're late, I think. Again, me, time zones and locations, forget it. But I'm trying to remember. Are you early, Zulix? Are you early morning or are you late night? 11:20. Okay, I'm sorry. 11:20 a.m. Got it. Sorry. I for some reason thought it was like super late for you. 11:20 a.m. But yeah, guys. Okay, so this is. Let me see where Brent's at. Let me see if Brent's taking me at work. yeah, fair. Let me see where Brent's at if he's streaming today. I'm not sure if Brent's streaming today or not. Let's shoot him a text. But this is what we are going to build, and I'll show you this while we're waiting for Brent if he's on today. But okay, some people don't like reading. I don't either. Some people might want to read this, but this is basically the idea. Here's our story. Here's what we built. Here's who we are. Here's kind of like a white glove onboarding if you want it. We built this live. That's the idea. We want to take this like one step further, and we want to basically like almost have like a built-in white glove onboarding. So instead of just saying start free trial, we essentially almost like set up someone's account on behalf of them. We have to figure out how to do that in like a smart way though. Basically like where, we could create the org, create the project, and then you just have to plug in their email, and then, they would see their calendar fill posts. So that's the kind of idea, like the next step that I was thinking about with this is, okay, you have this page, great. Now basically like the white glove for each person, because that's the one piece that's missing, but here, I'll show you guys this quick, and you guys let me know your thoughts again. This was pretty well unscripted, We're gonna get this a little better, but this is the idea. And if you can imagine, this is me dog fooding this video for myself. So this is me trying to sell myself on Launch Loop. So let me know your guys' thoughts, because this is kind of my strategy right now, and I think this will work well. But yeah, this is what I'm planning to do kind of for the marketing strategy. So let's give it a whirl. Let me know if you guys can hear this. Hey, Jesse. Hang on, that's super quiet, I think. Hold on. How do I make this louder? Maybe Screen Charm just recorded this super quiet. Hang on, let's bump this up. I've been following you on Twitter for a while now, and I can see you're building a lot of stuff here. It looks like you're... Can you guys hear that okay? I just realized Screen Charm recorded this like super quiet. So I gotta figure out how to bump those levels at some point. All right. Hey, Jesse. I've been following you on Twitter for a while now, and I can see you're building a lot of stuff here. It looks like you're mainly focusing on trylaunchloop.com, which looks like an awesome product. I'm scrolling through your feed here, and I'm seeing you have quite a lot of followers, good amount of engagement. See you're streaming stuff every day on Twitch, which is great. But I'm not seeing a lot of posts on Try Launch Loop, so I'm just wondering how you're marketing it today. I did find the Try Launch Loop X account here, and looks like you have two following, one follower, and it's probably just from a lack of posting stuff. I took a look at your landing page as well, and landing page looks really good. I think it's a really interesting looking product, but I think the piece that's missing is you're just not marketing it. So I think our platform, trylaunchloop.com, will help a lot with that. We'll basically help put your marketing on autopilot, allowing you to ship features, and you let us tell your story. So if you'd be interested, we'd love to have you on the platform. There's a Calendly link that we have here down below. You can book some time with me. I'd be happy to kind of tell you more about the product, sort of give like a white glove onboarding, and really just get your thoughts and feedback. And yeah, we'll look forward to hearing from you, and hopefully this is something that can help with your marketing efforts. It is. Thank you, Alex. So that's the idea. That is like kind of the organic X work. I know that was probably super low, and you can probably barely hear that. I got to figure out why Screen Charm records things so low, but that's the kind of idea. Screen Charms are working really good for that, and I think that this was pretty well unscripted. So basically making like some sort of script, and then I think this really could be like a feature, at some point in the future. But this is the idea: make a little video for someone, kind of give them that white glove onboarding experience. Here to like basically click this button to actually continue, right? And then the ability for someone to set up a call if they want more hand holding as they kind of get the app set up. So yeah, so we'll see. Yeah, talented, definitely not sustainable. But the idea maybe is like this gets fully automated at some point in the future, right, or something like that. But for now, starting small, getting like a small, passionate group of customers. Yeah, definitely talented. It's not sustainable. No, there's no way. But I think for the first few people and getting like warm, like strong onboarding, I think it'll be really important. But I think for now, this will work well. All right, let's knock on. Let's see, include my camera. Yo, what's good, dude? Can you hear me?
Yo, yep, just getting it all set up. What up, dude? Welcome.
What's going on, man? It's good to be back in the saddle here, dude.
Yeah, dude, welcome back. Let me get all my reconfigure a little bit to get you in here.
Sounds good. Yeah, I'm booting up your stream on this other machine here, man. How's your time, man? How I tried to tune in yesterday, and I was like probably like 10 minutes away from being able to join, and then I realized you wrapped up. How things go, man, while I was out?
No worries. Yo, what up, Goku? How'd it go, dude? It's going great, man. I'm really trying to focus on making these integrations clean and useful, and so I'm just continuously iterating on that.
Nice.
And it's coming along pretty good.
Good, dude. Yeah, I just showed Talented Zeus and a couple others. Kind of, you remember that marketing video that I showed you? I think probably before I left last week.
Yeah.
Kind of idea. And Talented brought up a good point. That's certainly not sustainable long term. But one thing I wanted to do on top of that basically is almost have, instead of like a start free trial button at the bottom, have it be like redeem your account almost. So maybe we like if we can find like, maybe fill like their first 10 posts or something and say, here you go. Like we probably can't get their GitHub org, but I think if we can
Yeah.
kind of show them like the proof is in the pudding, perhaps. So I'm thinking about that. And the one thing though, I wanted to do, so I'm getting your stream pulled up over here. The one thing I wanted to do today is actually get the content calendar. Basically have a button for now, and we'll eventually automate it, but have a button in the upper right hand corner that just says populate calendar or populate post or something like that. So I was going to take a crack at that today, and I wrote down like a giant note basically for exactly what I want to do for that. And because I think it's the one piece we're missing is basically generate some posts for me, put them on my calendar automatically. For now, it'll just be 2 buttons, and eventually we'll have it all automated and whatnot. But that's kind of what I was going to take a look at today.
That sounds good to me, man. I am just going to keep cooking on these integrations, trying to make them useful. That's my big. So as I told you, I think over text, I've been dog fooding this with my roly poly print shop, my kids like printing app, and it's pretty revealing. Found a lot of good things, a lot of confusing things, which is to be expected on my first time ever actually using it. So I'm basically using production to try to get it to actually do what I need, and then doing development when I find holes.
Yep.
And then I'll go back to production and start again. And then that's kind of my plan to hopefully, get this thing out the door.
Sounds like dog fooding to me, dude. Perfect.
Exactly.
Also, Spotify mix. You want to shoot me
yes.
Yeah, I just realized you can get that. No, yeah, this is already looking good, and it's actually I don't know if you did that on purpose, but the little subtlety and like the orange and the purple. I don't know if I took that from the landing page.
I certainly had no input on that, but I don't know if
cool.
you can even remember what it used to look like. It used to just be a wall of text.
Yeah.
And then now, dude, so check this out actually if you're watching.
Yeah.
So fit for voice. One thing I was looking at and I was thinking, man, my GitHub repo has no value to the voice. So now we're basically ranking it, right? And seeing if it's useful or not. So fit for voice is limited. Fit for product is useful. And if we go into this, we can see this repository is too narrow to establish dependable public post voice. Recommendation, keep this source public only. Right. So that's supposed to guide you. And then over here, this repo contributes partial product context, but leaves important claims unverified. So this even gives you some guidance around like, hey, this is helpful, but you're missing some things. We're not able to see the whole picture. So that was kind of my objective and then the MD file, it's in here somewhere. Oh, this is the MD file. That's actually pretty cool. So the MD file is no longer an MD file. Yeah, it's turned it in. It's basically parsing it into collapsible sections that nobody's going to read. But nobody was going to read an MD file anyway.
Right.
So this is a step in the right direction. Of my goal was this: hide as much complicated information as possible.
Yeah.
And just show them if it's helping or not, and if it's not, then they can drill in. So that's what I've been up to with this.
Dude, this looking great, dude. Looking really good.
Awesome.
Yeah, dude.
Appreciate it.
I think this is like compared to what you had. Yeah, I remember even before when I was trying to click around and like set up my account stuff. I know the UX obviously didn't work, but yeah, this is a great step forward for this for sure. Much cleaner.
Yeah, thanks. I appreciate that. I just sent you the jam, by the way.
Oh, perfect. Yeah.
So this is, and this is a result of me trying it in production and saying, "What the hell am I looking at?"
Yep.
So,
yeah, dude.
And there's gonna be more. Like I think there's a lot up here that's probably not necessary. Like I want it to just be so clean and simple that you just look, okay, great, move on.
Exactly. Yep. Give the user less to think about. The less the user has to look at, the better.
Exactly. I definitely don't want them reading walls of text.
Right.
Like that's a nightmare.
And then at some point, once you kind of like get everything like cleaned up and like in like the a reviewable spot, I think honestly what we've been doing so far has worked really well. Where like I'll just look at things you've shipped, I will look at and vice versa, right? And then we'll just review each other's. It's funny. Like we're kind of getting into like instead of a code review, it's just be feature review, right? Use this thing
Yeah,
for me.
exactly.
Let me know what works. Let me know what doesn't. Because I'm sure that there's
Right.
1,000 things for me as well that are working super well, right? So I think that'll be a really good way to kind of review each other's work basically in the modern AI era.
Yes, agreed, dude. Agreed. So lock in, dude. Did you just start at 5:30? Did we just coincidentally start at the same time?
I started. I don't know what time did I start today. I think it was like maybe 5:10 ish, 5:10 ish around there.
Okay,
Yeah, yeah.
okay.
I've
Well,
I've kind of
in
just
any
been going
event,
live whenever. Yeah.
nice. Lock in, dude. And I'm gonna do the same. And yo, what up, Akira? What up, Runty? And dude, let's get this thing across the goal line, man. We're so close. We just gotta make
Yep.
the final strides.
Agree, dude. Agree. And then yeah, like this marketing stuff, I think will work really well too. Like I have a really good feeling about it. You know me, like
It looks
I've been
amazing.
I've
It
been
really
all over
does.
X. I've been all over X, as you know. I've been just engaging and like they actually just updated the X algorithm past couple of days ago. I've been out, so like I haven't really noticed or have an opinion on it yet. But I guess it like trying to basically boost mutuals because before like my
Hmm.
for you feed was kind of some mutuals, kind of some not. But I guess like the for you feed now is like significantly improved, and you should
Mm.
see more mutuals and basically people that you engage with on a semi regular basis. You just see show up more, which makes sense, right? But before I think that
Hmm.
they were, you know, you basically have to spend like hours and hours and hours on the platform to like see people you're actually connected with. And
Yeah.
so I think that kind of made improvements to have it be the other way around. I believe. So I think that'll be beneficial in our favor too. Just more engagement, more people seeing our posts, etc.
Right.
All right,
Makes sense to me.
right now I'm working on just because I want to. This was like a small thing, but I want to basically be able to see users in terms of right now we can see their starting and ending dates for conversion, but I want to see the
Uh huh.
exact date or sorry the exact times that their trial starts and ends, so we basically know exactly when someone will be converting or not. Um, there is a bug too I noticed, and I'm not sure if you saw this either. Here, let me pull my secret screen real quick, and because I want to reveal customer data. But I noticed under the users tab,
Uh huh.
um, your email is on there twice, and you basically have it looks like you have your Brent. I don't want to say reveal this time. Your Brent R email is under
Uh huh.
trialing, first signed up, and then renews July 21st. But if you scroll down on that page, you also have one on the dev debt, and that one's active. So I think that there's an issue.
I
Basically,
actually have two accounts,
oh,
so
you
that
do?
that's
Okay.
not shocking. Yeah. So I
How did that
created
happen?
one. Well, I created a second one with my roly poly because this was like my. Well, how did it happen? I needed to connect to X, but it was a different X account, and maybe that's something we need to
Yeah,
consider.
we should. Yeah, we
Uh,
should. Yeah, okay. All right. So we got. All right. I'll work on that next then because unless you disagree, I think that we should have, like, you can authenticate
we
with
should.
different X accounts, but it should really be consolidated under one central email if you sign up with the same email. Because otherwise, that's like you have to pay $10 a month for every single X account.
Correct,
Okay,
correct. Yeah,
I'll
I
look at that
agree, and I'm not
next.
sure how that's gonna work, dude. I've been getting my butt kicked with like OAuthing multiple accounts from the same product. Like I don't know if you're supposed to be able to do that. Like it doesn't seem to
Yeah,
work well.
dude.
But
Honestly, call it controversial. I'm almost considering removing the X off. Um, that would solve our problem. I know maybe that's not a good idea or not, but I
I don't
did.
think it's a crazy
I don't
idea.
know,
I've
like
I've
just
I've only
simpler,
authenticated with the X one time in my whole life.
right?
So it hasn't seemed to bother me in life.
Yeah, and dude, I call it comic crazy too, but I'm even considering adding. Like I know we have like the one-time passcode for email right now. I'm even considering like adding like just like a native like email password, like an actual like typed in encoded password or whatever,
Sure.
just through
Uh,
convex auth, just because I don't know. I think on me as a user, right? I
mm,
use one password for everything, so I don't even know any of my passwords. And I
yeah.
even I guess the other one too, obviously, you have to do is the Google Auth. Google Auth is a big one we're missing. I'm just realizing I'll go get
Oh,
that
you
going too.
definitely need Google.
Yeah.
That's my always use. But
Yeah.
in general, whether you remove their auth or not, I'm afraid. Hey, look into this. In Zulit, I already read the first 6 words of his comment, and I already think I have my answer. I don't think you can auth 2 accounts from the same provider under one user. You
Mm,
can auth different providers. I don't understand that. So I can't. That's
yeah.
actually extremely annoying. There's got to be a solution to where I could have 5 X accounts and post on all of their behalves. Like there's no way that can't be doable. I don't know how it's doable. And
Yeah.
it's given me challenges, but I think you should look into that because people like me are going to want to do that. I
Right.
created a new X account for my new product that I'm building and I went to log in with it and now I have a second account.
Yeah, that is a good question. Yeah, because we have the ability to add many X integrations, right? Once you're actually signed in, you can create as many organizations and associated X accounts as you want. But actually signing
Right.
up for that, yeah, I'll give that some thought and yeah, figure out have to enable orgs. We do have the idea of orgs, Dulex. It's just yeah. Okay, I'll look into that. I don't think that's like a super pressing issue, but I definitely do want to figure that out at some point because otherwise we're gonna have users and they're gonna have multiple organizations and accounts. So not the same thing. Yeah, yeah. Oh no, I understand, Dulex. Okay, I'm gonna take a look at that. I'll take a look at that after stream probably. I do want to focus on the actual content creation stuff now.
Yeah,
But
no worries.
let me get
By,
this.
by the way,
on me.
Runty, what's August 1st, dude? Your birthday? Can I get a banger alert for this anyway? Come on, guys.
I think we're saying MRR by the first.
Well, no, yeah, and Runty's birthday.
Oh, it is. Oh, okay. Oh, I didn't know that. Hey, nice.
I had a feeling there was more to that message.
Sorry, I missed that.
No, you're good.
Oh, it's like Akira's first MRR by July 31st, August 1st. Okay, yeah, that's those. Orgs and auth are a thing of their own. Not sure comic that does it, but most positive, better auth offers orgs out of the box. Yeah, and that's some of the reasons it looks too. Just like I knew we were gonna kind of have these like little one-off things with convex auth versus better auth, and I still, yeah, they don't.
Oh, don't tell me
I gotta do
Zula's
some
over there
research.
telling you to change auth providers still.
I'm-
Zula, he can change auth providers when we're making money, dude.
Yeah, I do want to do that. At
You
some
know what I
point.
mean?
I do want to do that at some point, but yes,
You can do it at any time, but I recommend let's get paid first.
I agree.
Well, we could from what I understand, it's a drop-in change.
Yeah. I think it's probably a little more than that, but all right. Let me get this linear issue going here. I'm gonna create a generate post button on the content library. That's gonna be my main thing for today. And I definitely got to do some more research on this org stuff. All right. Let me get this here. Create.
Dude, by the way, well, this might be a short one for my ass, dude. My baby's been up back to back mornings at 6 a.m. and it's already 5:50, unfortunately, and I see him trying to squirm. So we'll see, dude.
Oh, good,
we'll
dude.
see.
Oh, good. Yeah, I think.
Won't make me thrilled.
I think
I definitely. Yo, what up, Footlong? Let's go. It's been a minute, dude.
Content library.
Yeah, Zulit, I'm watching you in your recommendations to switch auth providers, dude.
All right. No, yeah, I'll go. Yeah, whenever we gotta run, dude. Oh, good, man. All right, let me get a new overlay back. Okay, all right, we're back here. All right. I created this new linear issue. Save this link for later. Thank you, Zulek. Appreciate you. Footlong, what's going on? Yeah, thank you, Zulek. Yeah, organization. Yeah. I'm sure Convex will have this at some point, but I believe Convex Auth is still in beta. But no, this is useful. Zulex, thank you. Why wouldn't you use better auth if you're using Convex? They have a better plugin for Convex. Yeah, so we're using Convex Auth. But yes, I agree. And you know, when I started, I remember there was like back and forth around like using Convex Auth versus better auth. You know, I decided to go with the Convex Auth, but we'll figure out.
I'll tell you
We'll
what,
figure
dude.
it out.
You nailed it. I click login. Boom, I'm logged in. What more could you ask for?
Yeah. The login
Just
works.
saying, man.
The
It
alternative
works.
is remove
That's
the
it's
feature.
been bulletproof at that.
All right, let's see. Okay, I'll take a look at this later. Thank you. I think you used those issues before too, but thank you. All right, I'm waiting for this one thing to finish for the trial timestamps, and then I'm going to get this generate post going. Let's see. Oops. All right, let's see. All right, open app. Open app. All right, I'm gonna test this connection here. Let's see, personal X.
Zulid, I could tell you like 80 things that we could probably do better. But you know the one thing that we got to do, buddy? Tell me. Inform me, Zulid. What is the one thing we got to focus on? Tell him, talented. Tell him, talented. Talented, let's get your take on off. How important is switching off providers? 1 to 10. 10 being must do it, 1 being never talk about it again. Tell him, talented.
Let's see. We're close. We're close.
Get a customer.
We're close. I think Tito actually might be our first. Yeah, in hindsight, probably would have been a better call to go with better off. But you know what? You make decisions sometimes.
Yeah, I'm sure
you can
you're
always
right,
change.
dude.
You can always change.
I am. Yes.
You can always change.
You are not wrong, right? You are not wrong.
You can always change.
But it works. Like people can literally sign up and pay as is.
Lesson learned.
I've done it twice now.
Yeah. Lesson learned. Exactly. Lesson learned.
It works. Oh my god, dude! If we have a bunch of customers, I'll spend a week of all nighters converting it if I have to.
yeah, exactly.
Trust me.
Let's get the
I would do
features.
anything. I would do anything for that problem. I would literally do anything for that problem. Guys, mark my words. If we become so successful that our off provider is slowing us down and impacting us, I don't know what I'll do. I'll get a tattoo of. I'll get a better off logo tattoo. We'll go back to the tattoo one. If better off is actually becomes this huge pain point for us, I'll get a tattoo with their logo. There you go. You heard it here first.
Heard it here. So someone image gen some tattoo ideas. All right. Let's see. Oh, I forgot to put this on fast mode. All right, let's see. Dude, I've been cooking on the Black Relay 2 a little bit, man. I'll show at some point, but
dude.
I've been having a lot of fun building that, dude.
Oh,
I've been having a lot of fun.
I was doing some open MMO stuff yesterday. You know, I just had 2 things cooking and I had nothing else to do. I was like, I might as well work on this thing.
Yep. Dude, it's just fun to dog food, and it's also fun just to like learn, the new models and see how it can do things in game dev. I've seen people have made crazy things with Blender as well, using like 5.6 Soul and whatnot. Like people are making 3D model, like there's like 1,000 3D model platforms and whatnot. But yeah, dude, I don't know. It's been fun, man. Just like I got sounds in now, and it just took like Creative Commons sounds. It put footsteps in, it put gunfire in, it put reloading in. It's just crazy what it can do, man. It is.
Dude, I gotta tell you guys, 5.6 Soul. I've been so impressed with it. I saw Mr. Controversy go live yesterday and say, I still prefer Fable. Yeah, you would say that, dude. You would say that. 5.6 Soul, 1, they're not taking it away from us that I know of. 2, dude, it's just doing everything. I had a massive feature at work yesterday that I I had to demo in front of the owner of the company and my product manager, which isn't uncommon. And it's the second time now that they go, okay, no notes, release it as is. Usually they got feedback or iteration or something. Nope. 5.6 just said, okay, I'll write this perfectly. And it did.
I've been, like any developer, right? Depending on how much work a model gets done for you. Here's the. I've said this before. Like I'm sure I'm starting to sound like a broken record, and that's probably fine. But it could be a prompt issue, or it could be a model issue, right? It's just like it's unless you have like an exact 1-to-1 comparison of both of them, it's like it's like a moot point in my opinion. Like give it the same exact context, give it the same exact prompt,
Yeah.
and then let's talk about models. Like, but here's the deal. Like, and you said it before, dude. It's like if the model is allowing you to get work done faster, who cares? If you like Fable, use Fable. If you like 5.6, use 5.6. I continue to get really good results in a ton of utility and codecs. And like I even like even just insofar as people like still debating like the GUI versus TUI, like that'll be a conversation that never ends too. But I continue to get good utility out of codecs, and I would be hard pressed to ever switch off it at this point, unless there's something that comes in and it gives me just as much or more utility than codecs in 5.6. Like I have no reason to switch. I just don't.
Oh, absolutely. And my number one beef with Fable, to be honest, I think the quality's fine. Is performance, dude. I just don't know what's going on. I feel like it's taken forever. Now, I don't know. On Codex, I am using 1.5 speed. Dude, I'm on extra high 5.6 1.5 speed, and I've never even heard about a token concern before.
Dude.
I've never once ran into a 5-hour limit. I've never even heard it whisper you're getting close on tokens.
Yeah.
So, and I use it for personal and work. Like I'm using it all day long on these settings.
Dude.
So,
yeah, I'll tell you what, man. I think the removal, this is definitely short term, but the removal of the 5-hour window I thought was very cool too, because I just said, all right, use as many tokens as you want, and I that will certainly come back at some point. But I'd be willing to bet the following, or I like Tebow always has like suggestion X threads and like ask people for feedback and stuff. I suggested that people have peak hours of work, right? Most people work 9 to 5s, but everyone's different time zones. So you should be able to set like, maybe instead of a 5-hour window, it becomes like an 8-hour window, right? And you get kind of like slowly increased usage during that window that you set yourself. And then when you're not in that window, maybe, you're on a slower, you're in a slower mode, right? Instead of fast mode, or maybe just like your usage is kind of spread over. I don't know. These are interesting problems to talk about for sure, but I think the most work days are 8 hours instead of 5 hours, right? So I can see them kind of headed in that direction, but we'll see.
it is very interesting.
All right, I'm gonna catch up on chat in just a minute. Let me just skip this. All right, looks good. Looks good. Open PRN merge to main. All right, let me catch up on chat here, guys. Okay, so yeah, so now we're back and forth between providers for auth, the hot chips. Oh yeah, I remember the hot chip. Remember the hot chip stuff?
I didn't hear that one, but dude, that would have been a good one. And in fact, I'm willing to bring that back around when we're ready to lock in the MRR goal. I'm like tattoo. I'm not getting a tattoo, except for Better Auth. I promise you, if Better Auth is the reason our app is failing, I will get a tattoo of Better Auth logo on my arm. Swear to God, hands down, or maybe my leg. But either way, but the hot chips, that's interesting. I would be interested to bring that back.
Yeah, dude. Yeah, I tell you, we could probably get a lifelong annual membership too. Like they'll probably give us Better Auth Better Auth is free, so never mind.
Yeah, you're right. Maybe that's a tactic.
Better Auth is free, so never mind. Maybe we're like I don't know, the base model or whatever. Couple questions here I missed here. Vermi, do you worry that you're basically training a replacement and showcasing to your managers? No, not at all. Not even a little bit, because anyone can do
Not
this.
even a little bit, dude.
Not even a little.
Not even a little bit.
And frankly, like, my managers and work doesn't care, because they are still using 5.3. All right, customers. Okay, discussion on this. 5.6 is long without fast mode. Yeah, I haven't used Fable enough to kind of have a baseline for how much it compares, like, in terms of speed. Here's my thought, just in general, on execution and speed times. If things take longer, that's probably good, and I'm okay with it taking longer if I get better results. Chuck, thank you for the follow. I'm okay with things taking long if it gets the task done. I like, if things execute faster, I'm almost like, okay, did it really solve this problem the way I want it to? So I'm totally fine with things moving slower. They were set uses today. Wait, for Fable or for 5.6? Man, I have so many. Oh, I did see Fable as well increased the Fable reset. I saw, oh God, what was it? Fable increased the like 2 times usage until like 2 weeks out or something like that. I don't know. Codex keeps agreeing with it. Yeah, it's the Battle of the Titans. Battle of the Titans, Akira. Battle of the Titans right now, and it is so cool. This is like reality TV show for me. Nice thing over competition. Yeah, I agree for me. Yeah, I'll tell you, it's cool. It's cool. And now we got Grok in, Grok 4.5, I believe. We saw Zuckerberg, who's unfortunately in some bad light. You guys see the news on Zuck with the AI use for you see that, Brent?
Don't tell me Zuck's getting bad light, dude.
Dude,
I'm Zuck's #1 fan, dude.
Not a good look for Zucker now. I guess they use AI.
Oh, no.
It's not confirmed, but there's like 25 people or so that, you know, are pursuing some kind of lawsuit, and they used AI to basically determine people that took leave, like medical leave, like if they were pregnant or having, you know, like short-term disability, whatever. I don't know what else medical, you know, is in that category. And again, none of it's confirmed. But people are saying they use AI to, like, you know, basically inform firing and let people go.
Oh.
And
I mean, not shocking.
Don't know, but
the AI smarter than a human at determining that.
Yeah. I guess I don't know. Again, like, everything grain of salt, right?
Unfortunately.
And right now the headlines with AI are just super negative for anything. So again, like, that's just what I'm seeing. I don't know if there's truth to it.
I can't hate.
Sure.
I use AI. I used AI to tell me if the breast of the turkey was up or down when I put it in the deep fryer.
Yeah.
Who am I to talk about when to use AI or when not to?
Yeah, I think the biggest problem that, like, everyone and every company has to navigate is, like, everyone's using AI. It's like, how much do you need to disclose you're using it? And, like, I mean, I think you guys know me. I'm like an open book, so my default is always like, disclose everything in every single way you're using AI. But companies are gonna have to decide, like, how much they want to reveal that, I guess. And then if something like this happens, then it's, you know, very controversial. Bless you.
Thank you.
Oh, Chuck,
Dude, at work. Go ahead.
I was gonna say, just kind of check here quick. Chucky, do you guys use any set of skills for Claude, such as agent skills, etc.?
Not anymore, man. I wish.
Yeah. So Chucky,
I don't know why not.
For me, Chucky, I use I have maybe 1 or 2 like custom skill, but here, Chucky, I'll show you real quick too, and everyone else if you're interested. Plugins is where I live now, Chucky. So this plugin store basically, you know, allows you to connect to all your different connectors and so forth. Ron, thank you for the follow. And skills is here too, and there's just a bunch of out of the box stuff that I use, Chucky. There, I think that Claude has another one of these. Like, if you do /MCP, I believe. I can't remember. They changed where it lives in Claude. But you can kind of, these are breakdowns for everything. You can see I have, like, custom skills for each provider. Or no, sorry, these aren't custom. This is just what skills are used for each project as well, which is kind of cool. I'm just realizing that that is there. But yeah, plugins and skills. Plugins and skills is and just get as many as you find useful, and you can always remove them as you need to. Sorry, go ahead, Brian. What are you gonna say about work?
What was I gonna say about work? Oh yeah, just about AI in general, dude. It's getting really awkward for me. You like sharing my screen at work because 1000% of everything I do is I see that Captain. I will give it its proper comments here shortly. I everything I do at work or personal is through AI now. Every single thing.
Mm-hmm.
And when someone will be like, hey, why don't you query the database for me? I'm not pulling up data grip anymore. I'm pulling up Codex and I'm asking it to do the query for me. And I could just tell there's like a little bit of awkwardness. Like really, dude? You're not even gonna query the query?
Why would you?
No, unfortunately. I almost wish I would, but I don't. I don't know. So I don't know. AI's been a kind of weird, but I'm also cranking out sick ass features at the same time. So I don't know, dude. I don't know. I agree, Vermai. We'll use it for everything. Captain, guys. Captain with the 400 string shake. I'm gonna submit that to Twitch and see if we can't get Captain a personalized emote in the actual like like the frequently used column that comes out of the box, dude. I don't even know what to say about 400. You know what 400 views is like, Captain? 400 views is like if somebody told me they bought a house for 6 million or 7.5 million. I don't know the difference. Like, you've gone so far that I can't comprehend it anymore. And you're going to get the 450 and I still won't be able to comprehend it. It's crazy, dude.
Yeah,
But
dude.
thank you for being here is all I can say, man. Thank you for continuously being here. And we're waiting for Captain to go live again. And agreed, talented. Agreed.
Man, there are
or a guest house.
Yeah, dude. There are yeah. I don't know. Like I don't know. I think every company's. I do believe the following, and whatever. If you think it's controversial, so be it. Is what I believe. I do think that like people that I can almost guarantee every company right now, every org, they're looking at their entire org chart, and they probably have a metric that is like, is this person, would this person be able to use AI effectively, and would they be able to subscribe to it, for our software needs? And there's probably a binary 1 or 0. Maybe there's a 1 or 3, whatever. People are probably looking at that because they are they have to make decisions between like how much money they want to put in compute costs and how much money they want to put into people. And I can almost guarantee that's happening. And it's all happening behind closed doors, all happening at C-suite, and that's it's happening, right? There's a reason, and the reason I know that for sure is because there are significant layoffs everywhere. Almost on like a weekly basis, like very sizable layoffs. And I'm fine with all that. I am. I just wish that we had more honesty. I just wish that there were people telling us exactly how it was, and just saying like, "Hey guys, here is what the leadership team is talking about. Here is what we are considering. Here's how it may impact you." But no one's really being honest.
Yeah.
And I just wish there was more honesty. That's it. Like I just wish there was more truth and more honesty, and be like, "Hey guys, like, instead of just sitting on our hands waiting to see if we have jobs or not, tell us. Be like, hey guys, here's what we're talking about." I don't know. I just, everyone keeps everything super close to the chest because it's new, and it's like I'd rather take like a truth pill than like someone kind of bullshitting me around and saying, "Oh yeah, we're thinking about it." It's like, no, just tell me. And then I agree with that as well, Captain.
Yeah, dude.
I agree.
I don't want to
100%,
read
100%.
someone's. I don't want to read. I'm not reading any, dude. I'm not reading a blog post that was generated by AI. Like, you didn't write it either. as Captain said, you didn't even read it,
Yeah.
right? Like, how whack is that?
I'm
I think
guilty of
that's
that
just
for sure.
crazy. And yeah, dude, I think it's crazy. Just like a book. I'm not reading an AI generated book, but an actual book. I have like a connection. Not that I read, but what I do read, I have like a connection to the author because it's so, I don't know. It's personal. They put their life and soul into this, and they wrote it.
Yeah.
They proofread it. They iterated on it. A blog post or it's anything AI generated, nobody iterated on. Like it's a computer spit it out. It's probably damn good, but I don't know. Is a
Yeah.
damn good story. Let me ask you this question, and guys, I want your honest opinion because I don't have the answer. I'm like Sway over here. I don't got the answers. Is a damn good story as good if AI printed it versus a human sat down with their brain and crafted it? Same story. Does it hit better if a human wrote it? Or is it honestly not a big deal if AI wrote it? A good story is a good story. And I
That.
guess you could even ask that about art, right? A
Yeah,
painting.
dude.
If an AI came up with a painting versus
I
a human.
I have a lot of thoughts on this, and because I've been guilty of that, Captain, and everyone, I have been guilty of that where I wrote initially on like back in April like a lot of AI generated content like just around like my thoughts and opinions, but my writing strategy was basically like speak into Codex, give it like I kid you not like a 4 minute prompt of all my like original thoughts, and then like AI kind of clean them up. My first few were very slop like though, for sure. My first few were very slop like, and then I kind of took a step back and kind of my strategy now. And in fact, I need to write a blog on this for my writing strategy now. I try to write it by hand, like maybe like 90% of the way there, and then have maybe some like organization, maybe some additional structure, whatever. Um, so yeah, I definitely been guilty of that, and I learned from that because I kind of realized this is not me anymore, and I'm losing my writing ability. That to me was more concerning. Is I'm losing my ability to write, and I'll always know how to speak, but just typing is like a skill that like I'm starting to lose a little bit. It's like just the muscle memory and getting the reps in. That's kind of my take on that. But I've learned from that, and to everyone's point, I've been trying to figure out a way, basically at the top of my blog post, to be like, you know, 90% of this was original words, 10% of this was written by with AI assistants, something like that. I don't know. I do disclose in my blog that AI assistants is used in all this. I think my take is just the more upfront you are, and the more transparent you are around how AI is used in anything. I think it's pretty fair game for me, honestly. Just as long as you disclose it up front. I go insofar as on social media, if a post is AI generated, you should have to click like, hey, this post made AI, click to see it. Something like that. Um so yeah, again, these are my lessons learned throughout time. But yeah, it becomes pretty obvious when something is AI slap. I'm rereading some of my blogs now. Part of me wants to delete them, but I'm like, you know what? It's something I learned from. There's something I learned. So that's my take on it.
Yeah, it's interesting. I'm reading the Wheel of Time series. I'll be reading it for the next decade, dude. It's so long, and I listen to it like once every like week for an hour, and it's like
Mm-hmm.
40 hours per book. So I'll never finish these. In this 14 books, so I'll literally never finish. But I'm just mad. Like if that was written by a robot, I'm not reading it. I don't know, dude. Something about knowing a dude sat down and grinded it out means a lot more to me. And same with a chair, dude. Like a kitchen chair. Like, and this is true before AI. Kitchen chairs, or let's talk about maybe something more practical. I don't know. Uh, a kitchen table. I feel like that's a pretty well loved one, dude. Even before AI, a machine made table versus a human made table, dude. The human made tables are going for $15,000. The
Mm-hmm.
machine made table is going for 1,500. It's a 10x increase if a human made it versus a machine.
Yeah. Yep.
People like that human touch.
Yeah.
People do. So and that's even before AI, right? All right. But anyway, unfortunately for me, this, guys, babies, they come with seasons of life. This dude says I wake up at 6 o'clock now, so I'm gonna have to start waking up at 4 to combat this son of a gun. But so I'm honestly probably gonna start considering that because I can't work on this for 30 minutes a morning. We'll get nowhere. But my wife was ill last night, and I need to go get him before I get grounded. So I'm gonna go kick off a raid. But Pep, glad to have you back, dude.
Yeah,
Glad you had
man.
a good time. I'll be camping next Wednesday through Sunday. So I'll be
Gotcha.
kind of doing what you did, but on the reverse end. Um, but next week. So we'll deal with that later.
Yeah, that sounds good, man.
But we'll Pep, we'll touch base, once the workday starts, and we'll chat and see where you got. And I'm gonna keep working on this in the meantime, just while I'm hanging out with the kids. So yeah, sounds good, everybody. Chat soon. Thanks for being here. See you, Captain. See you, Zulit. Later, guys.
Later, Brent. Hope the wife feels better, man.
Thanks, bro. Later.
Later, dude. Dad duty calls. All right, guys. It's funny. So it's like summer, like July, summertime, right? So it's funny now. Like at the end of this month, I'm also kind of like shoddy for my availability. Vacations happen, seeing family, seeing friends, going camping, being out of office. But it's good to take time to unplug too. I think it's especially more important than ever, actually, to like just have things outside of using AI. Just taking breaks. Like your app will be there tomorrow. I saw this on Twitter and X as well, actually, and then I'll catch up on chat. I think Mark Liu had posted it recently. Let me see. Let's see. I probably have it in my bookmarks. Hang on. I gotta pull my bookmarks and not be able to find it. Let's see. Oh, I think just go to right to Mark Liu's. Hold on. Here's an important reminder. Gotta find it. Hey, JCCS, thank you for the follow, man. Appreciate it. Hey, let me just find this real quick because I think it's important. Oh, also worth noting, I'm going to talk about this with Brent. Ship or Die is now Marketing or Die. I think. Yeah, so interestingly, talented, you might appreciate this. Marketing or Die. I don't know. I looked into this very briefly, like this morning. I haven't read through all this, but I don't know if it's the same thing as Ship or Die, or if it's the same thing. But I thought that was interesting. Obviously, the price increases. Is this the same thing? I think it's the same thing. I don't know. That to me wasn't clear. It's the same thing. Yeah, so I kind of thought. And it's supposed to be expensive. Okay, I gotta actually read this. Yeah, I just saw this morning, like for like 3 minutes. I gotta look into this. I didn't read this tweet. Okay, kind of cool, kind of interesting. Classic Kona Pay to run the scheme back. Yeah. I like it though. I mean, it's kind of bookmark this. I thought I bookmarked this. Guess not. I think it's kind of cool though. Again, just like for me, it's like the people support and the connections and the networking is kind of more important than the gamifying stuff. So that's kind of cool. But anyway, what I wanted to show. Where was this? Let's see. Hey, PO2 OM. If that's your name right. Thank you for the follow. Meet the follow goal. Thank you guys. 260 followers. Appreciate you guys. All right, this wasn't this far back. Where was it? He basically had a post on. Basically someone going to the hospital because they were stressed from Fable and AI, I guess. Sounded very serious. Yeah, here it is. So this guy ended up with a hospital bill from staying up all night, pushing limits too hard, think of it removed, and he kind of blamed that on Anthropic, and I thought that was kind of blaming it on Anthropic, it's just like, okay, like, are you taking care of yourself? Like, I don't know. You guys have heard me before. Get sleep, take care of yourself. Your app will be there tomorrow. Your SaaS will be there tomorrow. But I guess this kind of was like a controversial post because, like, like they weren't resetting and they were competing, and so people thought they had to kind of like rush to hit these limits to get their apps out and stuff. But again, like he kind of explains that the AI didn't put him in the hospital. It's kind of the not being able to unplug, not being able to like disconnect, whatever. Yeah, he had a panic attack style symptom because of stress. And it's like, yeah, dude, just take care of yourself. You guys heard before say this. Take care of yourself. Like, take care of yourself. Don't let a fucking AI model ruin your life. You can see, 4 minutes, take care of yourself. It's true. It's like, just take everything day by day. I don't know. I don't know. Maybe it's not real, Joe. I'm not sure. But yeah, people will blame anything before taking responsibility. It's like, look, this guy pushed himself way too hard. I don't know. I'm not sure. I mean, I don't know. I don't know how to read into this. But maybe not. Kind of can't believe anything on the internet anymore either. I don't know. That's what's also hard to do. Is I don't know. I like to think it's real, but maybe not. Maybe it's not. I don't know. But real or not, I think it's an important lesson just to take care of yourself. Like, disconnect, walk away. Your app will be there tomorrow. No one's gonna take your idea overnight and ship it overnight. Could they? Yes. Will they? Probably not. So I don't know. Just a reminder: take care of yourself. Your app will be there tomorrow. I saw that when I was out too, and I just thought that was interesting. All right. This marketing at looks kind of interesting. Okay, where were we? We need to actually get one of our features going. Okay. Yes, run the production backfill. I'm basically getting it so that we can see the date and times. Sorry, we had the dates generated on our admin panel that showed when a user both started and ended their free trial. And now I want to get exact timestamps. So we're getting exact timestamps. Do people have lost toes from standing in line in below 0 temperatures just to get the latest gadget? Do you really not see this being real? I do. I think everything grain of salt on the internet, but yeah, I do potentially see it being real. I think it is real. I think it is real. Like, there's a lot of engagement bait on X, yes, but like, why? I don't know. I think that's a hell of a lot to engagement bait, and I looked over those tweets and it looks like he's actually building stuff. I think it's real, but I can see why the skepticism around it. Okay, let's see. I feel like it's this weird thing too, where like I was out and not on my phone a lot, and I just feel like so much. I feel like so much happens now in like 3 or 4 days. Like, so much happens with AI models, and just like it's a daily basis change now. It's like it's hard to keep up with, and I think that probably has people's stress levels too. I almost feel like I have to go full gas to the pedal, full gas, no brakes, no stop. This grind culture that like AI has created, I think it's like super unhealthy. Honestly, I think like you're talking. I can't remember what Paul Graham or somebody, one of the YC guys, like this idea of like Silicon Valley zombies, where like there's an opportunity cost and nobody's sleeping. Like, I don't know. I think that's crazy to me. It's like, in what world do we prioritize that? I don't know. And like I struggle with that too, and have a hard time disconnecting, but you have to, otherwise, yeah, you could end up in the hospital. Talented, curious. The government implements a tax on token usage. You're required to report token usage, including with open source models, and the frontier guys like Anthropic, OpenAI, Grok have to report your usage to government. Do you still use AI or go back to normal? Yeah, I'd still use it. I still use it. It's still getting too much work done for me right now. Now, depending on what the tax is, especially in New York, might be a different story. it depends what that is, and it totally changes the conversation around, I think, apps you build, because now, like, obviously MRR, once they get there, right? But now it's like, okay, like every single feature, I think it would prioritize, like, okay, is this feature or whatever the hell I'm building actually going to make MRR? But yes, it's like the idea of like getting a small business loan before you actually make money too. Like I maybe in the same way. So it's getting work done, but not dollars. So one everyone's with it. I don't know. And talented, I could see that as a potential thing that happens too. But I think it would very much change. I don't know if it changed, but I think it would, like, you know, instead of like creating all these like different little side project stuff. I don't know. Talent. That's a good question. That's a really good question. Depends on the tax, I suppose. I certainly don't love how much I'm paying for a month right now. So, and Joe, he's in his early 20s, having to go to the hospital because of stress. I don't think him having a high available bill or not being available anymore without API. I don't know what the reason is. Different issue. It's more of a last issue. Yeah. Yeah, I disagree. Age has nothing to do with panic attacks or experiencing severe stress. Human brains is like that. Yeah, brains are crazy. I would say I believe the post. I believe the post. I do. Yeah, and you know, I have a hard time disconnecting myself. You know, have I been very stressed out about this stuff before as well? Myself, yes. And then it's like, yeah, you gotta just take a break. You gotta shut the laptop. Um, you know, I've seen people in the 20s and 30s having heart attacks. You know, I don't know them directly, but you know, it was like a guy in his 30s, like super fit guy, wasn't even in tech, doing something totally different, and had a heart attack. And extremely like no like on his charts are perfectly healthy, but it was, I don't know exactly what it was, but they're saying it maybe was stress, maybe not. No one really knows for sure, but just because you're super healthy doesn't mean, you know. I think probably it is. I don't know, it's a combination. I've got to imagine, right? Probably around the lifestyle again of like not getting sleep, right? Not getting the sleep. Yeah, being healthy doesn't make you immune. I agree. 100%. Maybe it helps. Maybe it helps a bit, but you know, yeah. I've known people that have taken blood pressure medication, being pretty healthy people. Yeah, you gotta have outlets. You gotta have ways to disconnect. You gotta have ways that enable you to not be on your phone at all. I think that's the hard part, is like what enables you to put your phone down and be fully present. For me, it's golf. Because you know, you have to be like super present outside in the sun. Golf has been it for me. I have story time that someday I might tell. You know, just on like kind of some of those outlets and whatnot that I've found it useful to help navigate. I also know Shipper Diet is starting to get sponsors. So it's starting to get sponsors, and they're increasing the cost as well. So you can tell that like they're obviously going all in on this. All right. Okay, well, this is finishing up here. I guess we'll show. Let's see. I had this Unity thing cooking. Talented and Akira. I did temporarily disable the actual bot battles, and you'll see why in a second. I also have voice acting. That is me. So you guys get to hear it. I gotta turn it down for sure. Hang on, let's shoot these guys and then get in these mechs. Okay, so here are you, Talented? I'm dead. Respawn's not working. All right, I gotta get that working. Respawn's not working. Gotta get that fixed. Voice acting by yours truly. Yes, again. Respawn is not working. When I try click the button address this issue. But yeah, so I originally had you to just like AI, that would like battle mechs. But I figured what would be more interesting is actually have it so that like players on the map take over the mechs and then battle. So that's like kind of my next step. But um, I've been having a lot of fun with this game. Yeah, voice acting. By yours truly with a Blue Yeti mic. Just to get something in the game, sort of make it feel, a little more interesting and more real. Man, this task is taking a lot longer than I thought just to get timestamps for this free trial conversion. But let's see. Keto, if you're here, hang on, let me check my email. Let's see this one through. Let me check this quick. Or maybe it's on Trust MR. Let's see. Let's see. This doesn't MR. Let's see. MRR. Guys, check. Ready? Are you guys ready? Wait. 32. Oh no, this is up from us. Okay. Alright, it didn't come in yet. Sulex, appreciate you. The stripe key does not update as quick as I thought it did. Alright, hold on. Let me put the secret screen back up. Let me pull the stripe dashboard. Oops. Hang on. Log in to Stripe. God, logins, passwords, hate it. Stripe. I hate Google. I hate when like Google always defaults to using their own password manager, even though I've turned off like 1,000 times. It's so annoying. Okay, where is... Hold on, I'm trying to find something quick. Where is this? Did this convert yet? Where is this? Hang on, checking something quick here. Let's see. Why is this not? 1 second. One second. I gotta check on something. I think we may have just got our first actual conversion here. Let's see. 7 days, daily, 12th. July 13th. What is it? 16th? Yeah, I'm just hiding the customer data stuff. It says it converted, but it doesn't say it didn't stripe. So either the dashboard is wrong, but the 7-day trial, time zones, probably time zones. Hang on, I'm trying to see what's going on here, which is exciting. If we actually got our first real customer, would have been very cool. Balances, transactions. Not yet. Not yet. I think it might be a time zone thing. It's probably any minute here. Let's see, 14th, 13th, 17th. God, these fees are crazy. Got me and Brent in there. I see him on the customer list. It says active. It says active. Draft invoice generated by subscription. The invoice was created, but it's still saying draft. So, okay. Hang on. This is important to do. All right. So, customer was created, subscribed. The free trial ended. Oh, it ends this morning. Okay. All right. Time zones, ladies and gentlemen. Time zones. Okay. All right. So, maybe in another 2 hours, we might have our first customer. We have the draft invoice created. Subscription changed. Let's see. Yeah, kind of poking around in this dashboard for the first time too. It says the invoices are in draft state. I don't know why it's not active though. Okay, 6:47. At 6:47 a.m. So the payment's pending. So there's basically like a delay. Okay, got it. So there's a delay between when the trial ends and when the actual payment attempt tries to take place. And typically about an hour between the draft invoice being created and the finalization of them being charged. So that's a good lesson learned. Yes, it's scheduled for late SOS and draft state. I thought that as soon as the trial ended, it would have just automatically attempted it. But I see the invoice, I see it in draft state. It just needs like an hour, basically an hour. Okay, got it. All right, so I'm gonna set a timer. Gonna set an alarm. Let's see. So 6:47. Where's the alarm? 6:47 a.m. 6:47. I'll do 6:48 for good measure. They make us so the invoice you can edit it for an hour. Gotcha. That makes sense. All right, we got a timer set for 6:48. We'll check back soon. All right. Let me close out of these. Let me close out of all these. These have customer data. Oh, you can process it manually? Really? Okay, we're doing it now. We're doing that. Okay, so I can click on that and then do draft. More actions. I'm gonna do this. I'm gonna let it do its thing now. Yeah, I just noticed I can do this now. I see where like I'm just not showing. I don't want to show it for customer data. I see where I can do that. However, I'm gonna let it do its thing. I'm gonna let it. Yeah, it says subscription invoice will be finalized and charged in 9 minutes. So this is how we're gonna do it for other customers. So we're gonna let that go through. We're gonna let that go through, but that is good to know, talented. Thank you. I do see where that is now. Oh, actually, no, okay, talented. Okay, here's something I just learned. I'm doing managed payments. And because I'm doing that, it says invoices for managed payments subscriptions can't be charged manually. Go to edit draft to view payment collection options. So I could edit the draft, maybe do it there, but I'm just going to leave it alone. This has got to be on autopilot anyway. So check back. We'll check back in 8 minutes. All right, good to know. Now this person may just have to cancel immediately once they realize their car went through. We'll find out, but our first real legitimate MRR may happen in 8 minutes, which is pretty exciting. So we will find out. It's pretty exciting. Let's see. All right. Okay. So we're gonna check back in 8 minutes for that. And then while that is going, we are going to start the next feature, which is actually getting content auto generation. So I got this on a note. It's not more until next month. You're right, technically. All right, let's get this next linear issue going here. Where is this? Where did I put this issue? Here it is. All right, we're going to look at the generating posts on the content library page. Yeah, Sulix, yeah, oh wait, no, I'm not anymore, sorry about that. Okay, I'm now generating, I didn't reveal anything in Stripe and whatnot. All right, I'm gonna work on this next. So the idea basically is once we are on try launch loop, I gotta get this project things fixed up too. This really is having the left sidebar basically always be the exact same. So the idea here is we have our try launch loop, and then we have our posts. You got like a spinning loader too. It's very slow. We have our content library, and we can create posts, and that all works. But we need to actually be able to click a button somewhere to say generate posts for me. So we're gonna work on that next. And then once we get that done, there'll be another button here that says basically fill my calendar or something like that. So those we're gonna see if we can chip away on those two. Let's see how that goes. All right. Let's see. I think I'm gonna do the scheduler next. App highlights, feature highlights, and engagement highlights. And we're just gonna start with these 3 broad stroke categories, and then we will kind of refine them over time. But feature highlight, product app highlight, engagement highlight. To support the product, we're gonna decide on 3. We can always change this over time, but these are kind of the 3 categories that me and Brian talked about. By the job, we'll use, clean this up, use the job processor. These are my settings pane. Multiple points. There should also be a settings pane near the generate posts. Let's see this. All right, let's see how this does with this. We're gonna put this in play mode. It's gonna help us get the gaps out. But basically, we're gonna leverage and tap into Brent's job system and job processor. And anytime the user clicks generate posts, it'll kick off jobs for this, and it should create content for us on the content library page. So let's give that a whirl. Plan. Linear ship is what we want to. Linear ship. Let's give that a whirl. I think we should be okay on high. We probably don't. Yeah, high should be fine. High should be fine. I'm tempted to do extra high, but we'll see how far this gets us. Should be fine. Okay, let's see. So we're gonna chip away on that. And let's see, did this fix this here? All right, let's see if this got fixed. All right, let's get this going here. So the idea is like we made like an actual like, 4v4 basic game mode. So any icon you see above like a player head is like the idea of like, I got like 4 AI controlled guys near me. Let's just make sure mechs work. Respawn still isn't working for some reason. Why isn't that working? When I click when I die and click respawn, I'm still not able to respawn. Look, that's is the scene not refreshed? That might be it. Scene not refreshed. Let me do that first actually. Let me make sure the scene isn't refreshed. Assets, refresh. See if this works now. Let's run on die, make sure this works. Oh, these guys are on the same faction, that's why they're not. Does auto respawn work? Okay, auto respawn works, but that doesn't work. Auto respawn after 5 seconds. 5 seconds does work as expected. I don't know if you guys heard my voice acting. Got a couple death screens going. Death sounds rather. All right. Got 1 minute. 1 minute away to seeing if we have our first MRR. Technically not until next month, but let's see. All right. Let's turn this alarm off. All right, turn the secret screen. Actually, let me get this linear issue going. Shipman generation. Yeah, we want all this. Yeah, we'll do one of each for now. 3 posts. Target 28 drafts. Target 12 drafts. Enable. Add this as a configurable option on the front end somewhere. All right. All right, guys, here we go. Secret. Oops, we're not editing. Okay, secret screen. Here we go. Did this convert? What is today? The 16th? Come on, where is it? It failed. Payment failed. Payment failed. All right, we'll reach out to him. It's probably like a preloaded card or something, I anticipate. Yeah, it's a prepaid. All right. Almost had it. We were this close. We were this close. Yeah, it's got to be. All right. Well, good lesson learned. Good lesson learned. I have a trials card that I use for free trials, so they can't renew me. Yeah, that's probably what they did. Which I don't. Yeah, I guess I don't blame them for. But that's just kind of a good idea for me for free trial stuff. So yeah, that's probably what it is. Do you have any recommendations for that, Talented? Because I'm actually going to start doing that for my review stuff that I do. It's just like, I don't know, Mercury. Yeah, that's what they did here. Okay. Okay, worth a try. It's all right. Okay, so we learned that people have trials cards. I'm seeing there too. It says Visa prepaid card, so it's got to be exactly what it is. I'll reach out to this person too and just see, hey, saw you tried to sign up, and seeing you come through. Is there anything that we can do to get you to convert? So we'll reach out to them, see what we can do to get their feedback, what worked, what didn't work. It might be our real first customer. All right, we tried. All right, I gotta get on Mercury too. I was at a startup meetup thing in Dallas on Monday, and some dude stood in front of everyone and gave a little presentation. At the end of the hand with Godless AI, it finally makes it easy for men to make money as women do it on OnlyFans. It's an interesting take. That's an interesting take for sure. I can't believe someone would say that. That's kind of a ridiculous take. Yeah, that's crazy. Your site has a bug. The person tries to convert C slot when it's taken. Yes, okay. When I did the landing page for that, I redid the landing page and I should not have been. Yeah. The next person who tries to convert C slot when it's taken. Yeah, I'll look into that. Let me log that as a bug right now. Yeah. I wasn't originally, but then to actually smoke test basically, an update we made for the payments, I put myself on there. Maybe I shouldn't be. Technically, Brent should be on here too. Yeah, we'll see. Yeah, it's a crazy take. Hey, Dr. Cody, what's up, man? That's a yeah, exactly, Dr. Cody. Exactly. I don't know. I support all work. However we make money, All right, let's see. Okay, this is still going. Okay, trial timestamps. We got fix, archive that. All right, let's see. Plan's still going. I'm gonna bug those words. Oh, what do we got talented? Hey, let's approve this plan first. Let's approve this plan first. November slice, add manual 3 post generation, editable project prompts, Q, Loopy OS. This is going to be a pretty huge feature. Be a good test for 5.6. Feature, product engagement. Tuts job ID. Okay, all right, so we're going to get this job system going. All right, let's give this a whirl. This is kind of one of the next biggest feature I think we have in terms of kind of getting us close to the finish line, the ability to fill your content library full of content. Payment providers requesting link. Link suspended my account because of security clearance. Can't give you one. What the hell? Interesting. Why would that happen? I think you missed the I think it's just the image. GB, thank you. Yeah, send me that talent and I'll look into that right away. That is kind of crazy. How the hell that happened? Link suspended. What the heck? All right, thank you. I don't know why that happens, but I'll just call this checkout error link. I don't know, maybe there's some link setting or something. I wonder if there's any log. There's got to be logs somewhere. So we'll take a look at that. I need a dev environment set up very badly. That I know for sure. So anyone who has a link that's suspended can't pay you. Normally it can fall back to your card. Gotcha. Interesting. And talented, is that the one is that using like the free trial card, or are you actually trying to do like a normal card? That is weird. Anyone who has a link that's suspended can't pay you. Normally it can fall back to okay. Oh, you know what? I know why, talented. I think I removed that actually, the fallback. I remember there was a setting on there. That it had to, you could ask basically for enabling a fallback. I think I turned that off. I don't know why. Maybe I thought if your card doesn't go through, then I'm gonna do fix issue with fallback, or rather fix issue with suspension on link. I think I said to re-enable. Suspension, if I can spell. Suspension on link. Re-enable fallbacks and link. I don't like my setup. And return to try launch loop. Should go to the subscribe page. Kilobyte, what's going on, dude? And enable fallbacks and link. Instead of the home page. Kilobyte, what's going on, man? Sorry, back to China in a second. All right, I'll look into this, talented. Thank you. Put that on me. Put that into do. Yeah, we need to get that going. And Dr. Cody, it's going good, man. It's going really good, dude. Thank you for being here, Dr. Cody, as always. You start streaming yet, Dr. Cody? It's good, yeah. We're making good progress. We thought we had our first converting customer today, but they put in a trial card. We thought we had one. We'll see if we can reach out to them, see if there's anything we can do to get them to put in a real card in, because they were able to pull their card for us. But obviously, we just found another bug. Thank you, Talented, for reporting that. I'm gonna make this in the description, actually. Link issues, and put this down below. Normally, as a result, we need to re-enable fallbacks and link. 2 issues. 1, 2. Instead of the home page. All right, get that cooking up next. I wonder, is there an easy way to put this in a work tree quick, and maybe we can just enable that somehow. How do I set fallbacks in link? I think I have them turned off. Saving this on a work tree. All right, let's see. So I'll put that in a work tree and get that going as well. It's kind of been my strategy recently, is like basically, rather than spinning up like a million work trees, which again are really easy to fumble over, I'll keep one thing going on main at all times just for like my feature I'm working on, but then I'll spin up like one-off things like in work trees. I guess I could use side for that too, but I'm not sure. Dr. Cody turns out to have COVID. Oh man, sorry to hear. No stream yet, but a key light though. I'll give it a college try. Nice, dude. Yeah, man. Let us know when you're planning to try that out, and we'll definitely give you a raid, man. Looking forward to seeing that. Yeah, it's a bummer to hear about COVID. Count on your billing page. Start a 7-day trial of free access. Cancel before the trial to avoid the first charge. See, Talented, I did that on purpose. I did on purpose. Okay, no, so, all right. The language is bad. But my idea was you can start your 7-day free trial and you're like, okay, I really don't like this. I can cancel it because I don't feel the 7-day trial is worth it. That was my thought there. The language has to change though, for sure. Yeah, that's that. You could tell that that language was not reviewed well enough. But that was the idea. It's like, okay, sign up for the 7-day free trial. Yeah. Free trial. Shut up. Now we pay you. Yeah. I agree. Okay, I'm gonna remove all that verbiage. I'm gonna put this in progress. Let's see. I'm trying to get organized with some of these projects. Pricing. This is really billing. Pricing. Remove this language. And move into FAQ. All right. Thank you, Talented. Appreciate all your feedback as always, everyone. All right. Put this in to do. Yeah, I don't know how that cancel before the trial ends. That's the one thing that I think 5.5 didn't do a good job of is like you basically the intention you had in your prompts will get translated to the front end. That happened all the time. I think I haven't seen that so far in 5.6. It's been a little better in some of the in terms of some of that content updating. But yeah, it is that should obviously remove from there. So thank you, Talented. Put this on, I don't know. That belongs in FAQ. Basically, payday loans work. Yeah. Any thoughts on 5.6? I'm expecting of some agents for basically anything. So far, Dr. Cody, my experience has been I started doing Ultra. I haven't had enough time in 5.6 yet, that's for sure, because I was out for a little bit. But what I've noticed is that when you put this on Ultra, good call. When you put this on Ultra, it will spin up a lot of subagents. On high and extra high, I haven't seen as many subagents being spun up. That's been my experience though. I've given it some pretty challenging tasks, but I've seen the most subagents for sure being spun up on Ultra. But again, I haven't used Ultra enough to kind of have an opinion one way or the other, mostly because Ultra does use significantly more tokens. And Dr. Dakota, I want to do the same exact thing. Yeah, and in fact, that's probably what I would have done too. Because of all the resets that have kept happening, I was out of office and couldn't take advantage of them. But I mean, I've got 4 bank resets, so it couldn't hurt for me to just keep running this on Ultra. It'd probably be fine. But yeah, I just like if I have like a UX thing, like it doesn't need Ultra. Something, for example, that I maybe would use on Ultra is like, do like a full end-to-end audit of my code base, identify any gaps and vulnerabilities, blah, blah, blah. That's something where I probably use Ultra for perhaps. There's like no hard rules for me. It's kind of just like, if it affects a lot of lines of code or it affects like very significant feature sets, that's probably one Ultra makes the most sense for me right now. But I haven't used it enough to really know. Talented, another punishment for not marketing. Use all codex resets one after another. Waste them. Yeah, exactly. I do hope that they expand the number of resets that are banked. I also don't love how these expire. I wish they just stay forever. But it does incentivize me to, I know I'm gonna get this expiring in a day, so I might as well use as many tokens as I can. Which is their exact strategy, right? To enable users to really use this stuff. I went crazy on the 10th, that's for sure. And then you can see when I was out of office. All right. So keep that going. This is gonna be a very sizable feature. Going on that. Okay, let's get this Unity going again. Alright, respawn should work now, hopefully. These enemy teams aren't really engaging me. I've noticed. Okay, respawn works now. Alright. Here's the Akira bot. I should be now shot at in this mech. I am. Okay, good. I have like a little Metal Gear style system for like sneaking and stuff. Or alerting. Okay. And then when you die, you pop out. So Akira bot got disabled. And then here's the talented bot. Looks like someone shot this up too. I made the game really hard right now. Like intentionally. So it's like 1 or 2 shots, like 1 shot headshot. And then like 2 body shots, so. And enemies are tough too, like intentionally. They're kind of designed to be. I want it to like have like a Tarkov level of difficulty. Maybe not that difficult. But it's a start. Mostly just because I also have little. But this is kind of like the direction we're going. Can you run people with the bot? Not yet, but I do want to do that. That sounds cool. I wanna also have the mechs be able to see his teammates work. They kind of don't know how to engage each other super well. Okay, no more respawns. So the core game works. I don't know what I'm gonna do about respawns and stuff yet. This is gonna be more battle royale, but this is just like helping for overall development. So, okay, let's merge these changes to main and push main. So talented. So you had a customer that ended up converting. Have you studied what they did at all? Did they connect the GitHub repo? Did they do anything in the app? They just fly blind. They actually gave a lot of feedback in the Twitch chat when they were doing it. I will take a look at their session replays. Talented. We do have that enabled through PostHog, so I'm going to take a look at that after this and see exactly what they end up doing. My understanding is they ended up connecting a GitHub repo and they created an organization and they synced that up because you can see that from the admin dashboard. And then I don't think they did anything after. And to be fair, it's because there's really not that much to do after they do that right now. They can create posts and stuff and make a schedule, but the app doesn't generate anything for them. So I kind of know that's why I didn't. Our app isn't fully connected in terms of like actually generating these posts, which is what I'm doing right now. So I kind of get why, nobody would do that. Or kind of like, there's nothing to do for them basically right now. So I think once we get this feature I'm working on right now for actually having like generate content library, that's when we'll add value. But right now there's really not that much value other than like a better scheduling system for posts. And obviously all the breadths work for like the product and voice empty files, and that's great, and that works super well, but it doesn't actually have any meaningful impact on the user right now in terms of informing posts. That's what we're working towards right now. Yeah, bank resets have expiry dates, yep. Can I hear people all about? Yeah, I plan to do that. Earn a respawn if you complete a side quest. That'd be cool. That'd be cool. I think it's really good ideas like that. Earn a respawn from the side objective. That's pretty sweet. That's actually an excellent idea. I'm gonna write that down. That would make side quests really meaningful to complete. That's a sick idea. I gotta say, that's a sick idea. I've been trying to figure out how to make side quests meaningful, because nobody really wants to do them. Everyone's just gonna want to pursue the main objective, right? So how do you make something meaningful enough to do? Though really, like, okay, I get some extra ammo. Maybe it's like, hey, here's what I'm gonna do. Actually, I'm gonna make, if I don't have already, side. Yeah, nice, we got it. And then redeem random. That's such a good idea. That's perfect. Perfect. Good idea, Zulix. Or talented. Is there executed? If so, you can post on X on their account and threaten their followers if they don't come up to the stream. Yeah, exactly. Exactly. Now you're thinking. Now you're thinking. You know what I like to do is well talented, and I think this is in a backlog somewhere, but basically the idea of like impersonating a user. So as an admin, I can go in and click around into the organization, see what they've done so far, and that'd be a useful thing to do as well. I think it's like every site does that, you know, some sort of impersonation. I have to be careful with that though. Like maybe it's like, hey, like, you know, I'd like to take access to your account to help debug an issue or figure something out for you, whatever. Like almost like a hey, yes, approved or something like that. I'm not sure. Gotta figure that out. All right, let's see. Okay, so this is done. Okay. Next we're going yeah, impersonating mine. I saw customer services act done. Yeah. I think we have to get impersonation going at some point. Yeah, my wife is even give me a second. Down there. All right, let's see. Or max to run people over. Run people over. All right, we'll get run people over. I like that. Better authorize by default. Of course it does. Of course it does. Gary, what's going on? I use Flick on another project and like that a lot. Let's see. Okay. So what is going on then? Our managed payments checkout does not fall back to guest card entry. Is this a Stripe thing then? Or is this an actual? I don't know. I feel like this got to be something on our side, not a flag or regression. Interesting. Where the hell is? I feel like this has got to be something on our side. There's no way that they can't account for this. But maybe it's some of the managed checkouts. I don't know. So everything's right. Okay, interesting. What the hell? That's weird. All right, weird. All right, let me get some decisions going here. Do we one hit the infantry? Do we one hit the infantry on mech collisions? Fuck. I think hell yeah. I think we roll it over for now and they just die. And we're getting friendly fire on. Yeah, I gotta get impersonation going. Like I think I mentioned. Better off. Nice of you to remember that you're streaming now. Damn, I missed this half of the vibe, boys. They're not respect the streamer's time off. What's going on, Sav? Dude, yeah, man. I wish I could stream all day, man. I have so much fun doing this. I really do. And it's just so cool being tapped into this like awesome community now. Honestly, it helps keep me and Brent accountable too. It's like, you know, you guys show up, we show up. It's been so damn cool. I talk about this like all the time when I'm talking with people like on X or whatever. It's so cool. I wouldn't consider myself a streamer. I just consider myself someone that makes some apps with a friend. Whatever that makes me. I like never had a goal to be like, oh, like I'm gonna become a streamer. It's like, no, I just want to make cool apps, and then maybe some people may want to watch me doing it. Um, time off, time off when you're dead. Had some time in Lake George. Had some time off in Lake George. Had some good time with family. Gotta take breaks, and trust me. Like, was I like kind of itching at the fact that like there was all these resets and I couldn't take advantage of them? Yeah, a little bit. But I'm like, why? I'm like what? Like, who cares? Like, whatever. The app will be there tomorrow. The SaaS will be there tomorrow. The Unity game will be there tomorrow. Like, did I miss resets? Yeah, but it's like, whatever. That sucks, but so what? You know what's more important? Family and disconnecting every time. Yeah, and it was perfect too. Like, I brought my laptop, just in case I need to like, do something quick, one off, whatever. But I had no service, and like, it's like now I like want to actively seek places that have no service because it forced me to put my phone down and just be present, be with my family. Not be on my phone all the time. Like when I'm with people and family, like I like try everything in my power to not be on my phone and just be like fully present. Now it's also like the flip side is like now no one can communicate with each other because their service sucks everywhere, But it's like people did it before, They said, "Hey, I'm gonna be here at this time." We did it for many years before phones. It's just like, But yeah, disconnecting is so damn important. I'm trying to golf more, play some okay golf. Hang on, I gotta leave the jam before I forget that because Brent's going on his. All right, there we go. Play some golf. Starting to get my swing back, which I'm pretty happy about. Starting to finally shoot the ball a little bit straighter. Golf is damn hard, but there's so I don't know. It's probably my favorite sport right now. Playing. No, Sab, we know you're joking, man. We know you're joking. You've been here long enough, man. Well, we're just joshing here. That's a mini golf. Plays the mini golf too. And I somehow shot a 66 on 18, which is a ridiculous score for mini golf. I did like if you've ever played, consider most. Yeah, 66 in mini golf is a crazy score. The person that came in first, like 51. Mini golf with cocktails. We got mini golf, then we got some ice cream. Hit the town a little bit. It was fun. It was a lot of fun. It was cool. It was like this like around the world thing. So it was like different countries, and like little like artifacts from each country. So like, it was fun. Mike Miller, yeah, dude. Night golf, cocktails. Okay, guys, don't make me start another business here. Okay, don't make me do it. We got any cross goblins? What the hell is a cross goblin? Is it like a motorcycle? I know cross rockets. Ice cream eating World Cup win. We're on to something here, chat. We're on to something here, big time, Zulix. I'll call in to visit you. Cross goblin. I've never heard that expression. Yeah, good mix. It was actually mostly like more like teenagers and stuff. Not a lot of younger kids. Surprisingly, I thought we saw a lot more, but mostly like teenagers and like kids with their families, but mostly teenagers and stuff, kind of going on their own. All right, Mike Miller, get the domain name. We're gonna get night cocktails. I don't have any kids. No, I do not. Oh, I thought you meant did I see cross goblins at mini golf? No, I do not have any kids. Don't have any kids now. Not right now. Sorry, I read that as did you see any cross goblins at mini golf? That's what I thought you meant. No kids. Not yet. We're actively speaking of. I gotta follow up with our realtors. We're moving right now. And that's gonna be part of our next chapter. Kids from the plane. Yeah, that's right. Yeah. Would have enjoyed it with or without for sure, but I had cousins and we were hanging out with them too. It was a lot of fun. We had a lot of fun. Those are really good weekends. A lot of time to disconnect. Spent it there on the water on a pontoon boat too. That was mad fun. Couple cool spots. It was fun. It was a really good time. Could room in a new place. We're gonna squeeze into the basement somewhere. In case you're in the plant MD. If you guys can imagine like all how I am with code, just imagine how I am with like finances or any like like we're gonna get a dog and like I made a PowerPoint for my wife for like the plan for like hey like there was like a scale like okay here's each category here's how I think prepared we are, here's what we do, here's everything we need. It's just where my brain goes. My brain immediately just goes into like plan mode for like anything. Plan mode. I make PowerPoint especially for myself. Yep. Yeah, it's mad funny. My wife my wife does the same thing. Literally like a couple vacations ago. We're trying to figure out plans for like what vacation to do next, and so my wife made a PowerPoint like for our family, basically like hey, here's why this would be. Here are some options. Here's how we think it'd be a good idea. Like I gotta find that deck and probably like you're gonna find my puppy deck too somewhere. It just helps get your thoughts up more than anything. Like it's like the ultimate pros and cons. Pros and cons list. I do those all the time too. It's like the ultimate pros and cons list, and just like getting all your thoughts down and like getting it documented somewhere. It's super helpful. Like whatever system works, like spreadsheets, a document, PowerPoint, whatever. For me, that's been super useful. All right, we're still cooking on this job back generate post stuff. This fallback link thing is, I gotta look into this more. I can't imagine this is an actual bug on Stripe side, but maybe it is. I don't know. I'm gonna start making slides for all my friendship groups for why all my plans are the best, why we should do them. It's gonna be my next hyperfixation. Dude, I have actually seen, I don't know if this is like a real thing or not, but it was like I guess it's just like when like your friends all get together or whatever, and like you just like work on like a business idea or like business plans, or like you like share like your budget strategy, or like you share like your app ideas, or like I think it's coined something. I don't know. I'm not on TikTok, but my wife showed me and it was like I can't remember what it's called. It's probably old news now, but it's like it got coined something for like when friend groups get together and like plan their budgets or plan the next vacation or do an app. But like I don't know. It's like a broad short category. Maybe it's called hanging out. But there's like a thing that got coined for it, I think, a couple months ago. This is like Snow Glitter Pen or permanent fixture on my deck. That should tell you all you need to know. Yeah, I've got my fair share. I've got I used to have a lot more, but I packed a bunch of stuff up. Let's see. So far I got this so far. Dude, here, check this out. So this feature we're working on literally as we speak here. As we speak, this feature, this picture out here, for basically these 3 app categories for feature, app, engagement highlight. Here you go. Feature, app, engagement highlight. Sorry, sideways. Vibe schedule. Powered by Loopy. That made its way, is literally making its way onto the app like as we speak. But yeah. It really just depends whatever I have access to in front of me. I typically go for like my Apple Notes for most things. Just because like it's shared between like my phone and my computer and it's like, easy. And then like things eventually move out of Apple Notes to Linear or email or wherever they belong, basically. I also don't have a lot of desk space right now. Again, like we're in the middle of moving, everything's kind of chaos. But I do want to get a nice whiteboard. I know Brent has one like behind him. I do want to get a sick whiteboard going, and I probably will use that all the time whenever I get one. It just or moving, so it's chaos. All right, can we run people over? Can we not die first? All right, let's see if we can run people over. Let's run these dudes over. Hopefully I don't get killed here. That works. All right, I just ran those dudes over. Doesn't work super well. Let's run this guy over too. Hopefully he doesn't die before the time I run him over. Okay, yeah, it works. It worked good. All right. Good enough. Okay. Let's see, does this still work? Little laser beams. Laser beams still work. Alright. Looks good. We can run people over now. Hell yeah. Merge to main and push main. Yeah, I gotta get ragdolls. Ragdolls. I wonder there's probably some Unity library thing I can do for that, but yeah. God. I have so many things I want to work on for this game. And launch loop. Ragdolls is on my list too, for sure. This side objective thing is gonna be so sick. Oh, you know what I want to do? I also want to do like a fuck, what are they called? Like the dialogue option system. Dynamic every time. So basically, you know, maybe like a you know how we always do like riddle. Like literally, like just have a side quest that is like solve a riddle. You know, like if you just solve a riddle, you get an object or you get like some cool thing in the game. Obviously, most of them we want players to actually be able to do things, but actually encourage someone to like talk to a person in a side objective, you know, and maybe there's like a deep lore around it or something. That could be kind of cool. I'm actually gonna make this a standalone thing. Deep lore revealed talking to people, side quest characters. I think that'd be very cool. And then maybe like as part of my supporter pack thing, like you can put yourself in the game and have like a task or something. I am thinking about doing just like really to get more experience with like Stripe and stuff, like making like a little like supporter pack for Black Relay. I don't even know what I charge, but just have like a bronze, silver, gold. You get in the game in some interesting way. I don't want to do Kickstarter because I don't know when I'll launch it. This will be launched, but you get in the game in some capacity. Just like to keep playing with Stripe and keep learning things about that and whatnot. It's gonna be cool. Just have like because right now we don't really have like the 3-tier system for LaunchLoop anymore. We did, we kind of removed it. I'm thinking about doing that. Yeah, the ruler pops up and tells, yes. You remember in RuneScape when you used to have that little quiz dude? And it's the same kind of idea. The Riddler, side quest enemy, or something like that. I don't know. That's actually having some kind of interesting mechanic there would be cool, like RuneScape X-esque. Ever RuneScape? Someone in here has got to know what I'm talking about that played RuneScape. Someone's got to know that little. He wasn't the Riddler, but he popped up, and if you didn't click on him, he like transported you in or something like that. I don't know. Someone help me out. What the hell is that called? Mike Miller. I used to work in creative marketing, so I was constantly working in online notebooks and sticky notes. Now more into text. Everything is Jira and Compost, and I'm sitting. I prefer physical notes, but I hate doing things twice. Hard to just most of my brain. Yeah, tend to agree. It's funny. I don't know. If it's not written down somewhere for me, like I will forget about it. That's one thing I know for sure. I never used Jira. I used to use Trello. Used to be really big into Trello. Now I'm linear for pretty much everything. Linear is pretty much my go-to now for just like engineering task management. I guess even more than that, but Trello is good too. You know, like if you're looking for something easy and simple, like I really enjoy Trello. I heard I've heard all the memes. Linear sick, Mike. Try it out someday. I'm loving it. It's so good. The experience on here is just phenomenal. Yeah, I highly recommend, like, just try it out with like a random project, and like Now the problem though is like the problem with linear. I don't know. This isn't linear's problem. It's just a me problem. But I have all these ideas, and it's like I just want to like get them done right away. And like sometimes I'll skip linear. One thing I like about this though is like, say I get an issue, done, and like I forget to log it somewhere, so like Brent has awareness. At the end of my session, I literally just say back. I'll do at linear, create an issue for this and backfill it so that Brent's aware or whatever. And that works pretty. That seems to work pretty well. Arkham Summer is in it. He's looking. Yeah, linear is good. Charlie Spicooler. Yeah, I remember you mentioning teamwork, Sav. I remember mentioning this. Well, let me use it. Yeah, I like linear. Like, I don't care about any. I don't care about like any like management stuff. It's just if it allows me to track work items and get them done with AI, that's all I care about. Like this stuff to me is meaningless. Like maybe if I was managing like a bunch of clients, it might be, but like good at risk. And this is just my take. This is just my take, right? But like the good at risk, whatever. That's all so subjective. It's like nobody even really knows what that really means, right? Everyone has a different meaning of that. So like I just rather see like is the work moving forward or not. Like linear has this all built into, worth noting. Like linear has this idea of like initiatives, and leadership can go in here and give a health, and they can say, you know, hey, this is looking good, or here's all the projects associated with each one of these initiatives. You know, you can map all these onto like a timeline. Like linear has a lot of this stuff built in too, but like I don't care about any of that. If I was like managing people, maybe I would. But all I care about is work moving forward, you know. So that's how I use linear right now. Yeah, linear. This is linear. Yep. I think there's a way to do Kanban like view. I think you make a view or something. Linear, the best way I can describe is just like a really good, super fast AI first work management system. I guess if I had to describe it. It plugs in right to where you work, so like Claude or Codex or anything really, like they have native plugins there. You can make any kind of custom workflows you want. So like whenever we do work here, Mike, for example, like we, hey, let me get this archived. Where'd it go? Like we have a custom linear ship command that we made, and it basically just we enable like the three. Like in each URL, there's like a little 3 character indicator. So like it's LAU dash, you know, number. We made a custom workflow for this basically where we put this in. It will execute on the task. And then it automatically will create a pull request at the end. Comment on the pull request saying, hey, this is done. Like this is a custom workflow that Brent made. Let's see, screenshots are broken. But it tells you exactly everything here. And then when I ultimately decide, you know, hey, changes look good, go ahead and close it. It will merge the pull request to main, and then it'll comment back in linear. And then it automatically sets things to in progress too, which is cool. So for example, if I go to issues, it automatically put this, basically what it put in linear and GitHub for the pull request. You see it did this automatically 4 minutes ago. If you can think of it for your workflow, you can probably do it in linear. So, yeah, I'm liking linear a lot. And Talon, didn't miss your message. Did I get one of these? Ooh. What the hell is this? Ooh, this looks interesting. Yeah, linear is really good. Linear is real good. Hang on one second. I gotta take a further look at this calendar. This is cool. I do want to look at that. Let me see if I can. Let me get this going first though. For 2 things while I'm working on this. So black relay plan. Add a, what do we want? Add a Gatling gun as 1 and rockets as 2 to the max. How do you spell Gatling? Gatling? Do we want anything else? What else do we want mechs to have? Gatling gun and rockets sound good. and 3 as a laser. What else? Think Terminator 2. Think Terminator 2, sick rockets shooting at you. Gatling gun, rockets, and laser. Probably is good, right? Suggest any other weapons to add initially. I like that. Gatling gun, rockets, laser. And we probably got to do the same for the giant mech thing that pops up. All right, let me test this quick. All right, this is a very sizable feature. Let's see if it works. Here's a rocket punch that comes back to you. I'm kind of thinking. You remember, like, I don't know if you ever played Metal Gear Snake Eater. But I kind of getting inspiration from that too. All right, let's see. So let's start from the beginning. So let's call this launch loop. Launch loop, create the org. Just gonna do everything from scratch here. Test. Launch loop. Launch loop. Launch loop. Launch. Oh my god. I can't spell. Holy smokes. Create project. All right. So content library. All right, guys. Let's see. So now we should. Let's get this going here. Heat and cooldowns are good. Don't resplay yet. I do want I like char precision shot. That's cool. EMP cannon. Smoke and chaff. Or we could do that rocket punch thing. Let's see. EMP or smoke and chaff? Smoke and chaff's kind of cool. I like smoke and chaff. Kind of look at the defense mechanism. All right. Okay, so we did quite a lot here. All right, so let's see. Let's just do one post. I gotta connect my account. Launch loop local. Let's see. GitHub X not connected. Launch loop. See these integrations, connections. Okay, let's see. So content library. Just see. All right, so we're gonna just generate 3 posts queued. Hey, all right, we got posts. Did it use the job? It used the job, baby. All right, so nothing fancy, but we used the new job system to generate 3 posts. Finished in 6 seconds. Started, so that looks like it worked. Again, these are like nothing posts, but and if we go in settings, okay, that's probably good enough for first pass. So, and then the user can define what they want, like their feature, product, or engagement highlights to look like. And then someone can basically have this run on autopilot too. Okay, cool. I like it. All right, so now we want and I want Loopy OS to update this to be just one item here right now in the right sidebar. I like the what should I post today? Give me a second option here for generate 3 posts to my content library. I want to confirm that that's working in localhost, and then remove the give me an outline to riff on. We don't want that yet. Yeah, players probably is looping. SR is enabled. SR is enabled. Let's see. We're gonna change it up a little bit. Same kind of vibes, okay, but let's see. How do I make it in Spotify where it won't loop just over the whole album? Is there a way I can like make this just a How do I make do I do go to artist radio maybe? All right, this works. Okay, there we go. Okay. Got kind of similar vibes. This is one of my favorite songs. All right. Okay, let's see. Let's get this. If we want different music, SCR is enabled. I gotta make that a channel request thing at some point so it's more obvious. But yeah, any songs gonna play, go for it. If we want to hear, what's his name? John Summit. I always forget his last name. John Summit and 4-2. Kira, still here. All right, let's see. Going to see Rush as well, guys. In 2 weeks. Going to see Rush. I cannot wait for that. It's gonna be so good. All right. Okay, let's see. So we're getting some guns going on the max. Gonna Gatling gun, rockets, laser. Let's go. Let's go. Hey, Marlu, thank you for the hydrate. Appreciate you. Thank you. Appreciate you, Marlo. How are you doing? Good to see you. All right, let's get these Gatling guns going. Dude, this I love mechs. What was that game? I don't think I ever played it, but like you controlled mechs and they could like run on walls and stuff. It's an older game. I've never even played it, but I part of me wants to buy it just like to try it out and see how the mech mechanics work in that game. I don't want mechs to feel like crazy agile. I want them to feel like kind of slow and sluggish and stuff, but very busy updating the website, social media decorating my house. Nice. If you got anything for the website to show, feel free to put in chat. We're happy to take a look. Titanfall, yes. Yes, I never played that game, but I remember that game being so cool, like watching it. Yeah, this game was so cool. I never played it. I don't know why. I never played this. I kind of part of me wants to like buy this just to try it out. Hey, Ludicar. First time chat. Thanks for being here. I tried launching up on my phone. I'm in the EU and the cookies preference is not reactive. You have to scroll laterally to see it entirely. Cookies preference is good. Thank you. Yeah, Ludo, someone actually reported that, I think yesterday, the day before as well. Something is screwed up with that, so thank you. I will log a bug for that right now. I had it on my phone. Thank you. And also, thanks for trying to sign up. Appreciate it. Or take a look, rather. I have to scroll out a really soon. Yeah, I gotta fix that. I'm like kind of battling with like a stupid like Termly iframe for that. I'm considering just like I don't know. I gotta use Termlys in some capacity. It's kind of a nightmare to play with. But when I need to update that, thank you for that. No, I appreciate you. Let me know. I'll fix the UX for the How's it called? The cookie banner. At the bottom of the home page. We'll take a look at that. Appreciate you. I need a priority on here. Oh, no, it's probably user feedback. I forgot. I always have user feedback. User feedback. What's to do? Yeah, the cookie banner. It's like one of these annoying things where it's like, you know, you set it once and then like you forget it. So like I don't see it very often on the app because I have it accepted already. But obviously, you know, for new users, it takes up too much of the page on the bottom for sure. Yeah, and then mobile just looks bad. Like this is just there's too much white space. I've seen people what they do, and I kind of want to do the same thing. Is like just this sort of hides a lot of content by default here as well. I guess not right now, but I've seen people either pitting this to the bottom left or bottom right hand corner. I kind of like that. The idea, like maybe if it's pinned to the bottom left hand corner, then you can use the right hand corner for like a support widget icon or something. Just trying to think of that screen real estate, but yeah, thank you. I need to put that. I just yoinked the terminally source code and fed it to my LM and told it to make it a React component and use Tailwind class and CSS. That is a darn good idea. I'm going to do just that. Yeah, it's like I hate having to like fight and battle like, you know, any existing source code or iframes or whatever. It's just a pain. Oops. Yeah. I like that. I'm gonna do that. Very annoying. We have this everywhere in the use, so useless. We have to blindly accept it. Yeah. I did take. I mean, it like from our point of view too. It obviously, you know, you need to have a privacy policy. You need to have, you know, hey, here's our user data, etc. I think even if it wasn't EU, you know, still do it here. Like you got to know where our services are, how we use the data. Like I get all that. It just takes a super long time to do. Like, you know, and terminally is great. And that obviously helps us to get this up the board. Because yeah, the reality is like I don't have like $3,000 laying around to pay an attorney to create this for us. It's like a classic chicken and the egg where it's like, you know, oh yeah, you got to spend $3,000 to get this privacy policy going. Okay, but we have no MRR, so like, you know, yeah, terminally makes sense for us right now. Before I said like I'll probably get like a full legal review, and like maybe we will. I don't know. I have such a hard time spending that much money on attorneys. I really do. I've done it before many times. It's just so much money. It's so much money. All right, getting this right sidebar cleaned up, and then we're gonna test this here, and then we should be do generate posts, which should be very cool. All right, time to take a look at this again. Codex Micro. Oh, it's out of stock, so I can't even do it anyway if I wanted to. Oh, this is cool. Maybe I'll do like a Raspberry Pi or something to do this myself. This is cool. This is cool. Oh, you do look at this animation. That's cool. Look, as you scroll, it opens the box. It's so sick. Hey, I had this effect on my website at some point. I think I had it in my hero or something. Maybe I still do. Do I still have it? I think I had it here. It's not that interesting of an effect. No, I think I got rid of it because it was annoying. Kind of cool. Sort of morphs the image a little bit. I don't know if I would. I don't know. Would I spend $200 on this? I don't know. That's maybe $50. Their stuff goes out of stock so fast. These are kind of sick. ChatGPT basketball, $70. This is kind of cool. Codex. Yeah, the rebrand thing has sparked a lot of conversation, that's for sure. Billing things. I mean, OpenAI, if you want to send me this, I'll wear it. If anyone's watching. It's very interesting how they created a whole separate brand for Codex, different logo, now a device, and they sort of abandoned it. They're separating it back out again a bit more, though. Yeah, I don't know. It's like, yeah, they basically merged everything to ChatGPT. So for like brand awareness, I guess it's like having it both be ChatGPT makes sense. But um, I mean, the thing that's confusing to me, I guess, is like, ChatGPT for work. Like that's kind of bad naming, I think. And then Codex. I don't know. I mean, it's Codex and ChatGPT. It's kind of one of the same, sort of, which is like the direction they're going for. But obviously, Codex is still like their dev tool. Like, I don't know. I don't know. I don't know. Names are hard, right? Nobody's good at names. It'll probably always be Codex to me, but yeah, exactly. I know. So people confused by OpenAI versus ChatGPT. Right, right. It's like naming anything is impossible. I it, the name never mattered anyway. Just like the features never mattered anyway. It's just all about you market it. All right, let's try this again. So let's see. Can we generate 3 posts? Cool. Okay, sweet. Okay, I should have been more clear. When I click the generate 3 post button, I also want Loopy, like the chatbot, to respond and, think for a second like it typically does. And, give me like a similar interaction for the chatbot, right? So generate 3 posts, should be kind of using the same experience I used to talk and communicate with the chatbot. That's the one piece that is missing here. So can you update that experience for the chatbot? All right, we're close. It's early. They'll figure it out. These companies don't even know what they are yet, right? They're just trying to figure out what they will when they grow up. Just like I am. All right. Yeah. I want to be... What am I going to grow up? I want to be someone making MRR. That'd be nice. I'm considering taking on some client work too, like consulting on the side as well, but and I've done it before. I know I'll probably do well. Extra side gig and whatnot. Especially with these the only thing that kind of has any hesitation or reservation on it, just like honestly like token limits, like how much work, where should I be putting my work towards, right? Is like always the thing that I am struggling with. In terms of like how many tokens I have to actually spend that month. Think about it. I don't know if I want to be maintaining a bunch of client sites though. I don't know. I know I could though and do a very good job at it. Just trying to figure out where I want to spend my time right now the most. Figure out what I want to be when I grow up. And right now it's launch sweep and making this game just because like I'm having the most fun doing these two. And I certainly would have fun, for me with like small businesses in particular. I just don't know if they'd have. I just don't know what they'd have for budget. The other thought I had is like, okay, make like a marketing page, landing site, or landing page for the businesses. Awesome. And that's like maybe like a natural step one into like more business opportunity where it's like, but the reality, again, like small businesses, like they don't have like 10 grand to cough up for a SaaS app. Maybe they do, right? Maybe it is worth 10 grand to them. I don't know. I've sort of like floated the theory around, and it seems like the more appealing option is like instead of charging like 10 grand for like a totally customized software solution, like just like how we're doing now, like creating a SaaS app, like make a SaaS app and then just have them be the first customer. And then like that'll be your first user, your first feedback. And then if it works well and it's like an interesting enough idea or problem, then you can kind of scale it and market it, and maybe other people find it useful as well. I don't know. It's just things I'm thinking about. I think SaaS is interesting. Just the idea. I don't. I don't know. Like, I don't know if like the 10 grand custom solution is like viable anymore. I don't know. It probably still is to some organizations, but I built Boot SaaS, which is an agent-driven turnkey SaaS starter kit. Nice, dude. Yeah, I was. If you have something to share, feel free for Boot SaaS, Mike Miller. But I'd like to see that. I was actually building. I don't even know if it is linked on my site anymore. But I was building. This. PepTechStudios.com is kind of like my consulting arm of what I'm doing, I guess. Do I have it on here? I don't have it on here anymore. You could tell this is Claude. This is Claude 101. Built this a while ago. I used to have a link on here. And it was just like kind of like a dashboard of like analytics and whatnot. It sets up authentication, billing subscriptions, email, etc. out of the box. That's awesome. Yeah. That is very cool. It's funny enough, I wanted to build something similar. Nice, dude. This is cool. Close out of this. This is nice, dude. Thank you for sharing this, Mike. I might. This is really cool, actually. Have you seen like Mark Liu has a version of this as well? I think it's called CoFast or something like that. Nice, dude. Yeah, I think this is cool. Thank you for sharing. What is Tiny Boss? Is that? Oh, okay, this is like your. Oh, I see. This is like your kind of dev shop. I see. Cool, man. This is very cool. Nice, dude. Dude, this is cool. All right, I need to bookmark. I'm gonna take a look at this. I do so much custom stuff, but like for $19, I mean this is very cool. Also, Quick GPT has me curious now too. Okay, this is cool too. This is cool too. I'm a big fan of the menu bar, dude. I am anything that can live in the menu bar for me, I am all in for. This is for free? Nice. Dude, this all right. It's like I have Codex too now, ChatGPT, whatever. So like I could technically flip through here too, but I like things living in the menu bar. Um, I made this. I gotta release this somewhere, but I've actually made quite a lot of changes to my port deck. When I had some of those features, but I made this thing called Port Deck, and it just enables you to see all of your local servers and whatnot. But I made a change recently to it, so you can just see everything that's running on your machine, right? You can open the ports. I originally made it as like a work tree tracker, but work tree is now kind of a kind of nightmare to manage when you're spinning up things on like many different ports. So I just made this to basically, kill things quickly, whatever. You can stop all your services. You can open the folders. Some utility here I thought was useful. One thing I thought was interesting too is like, okay, when Vercel deploys, obviously, all the time I have it check and make sure the deployment goes through, but this uses the Vercel CLI, and it see like all your deployments here as well, so you can see all the failures. At some point, I got to get the preview going here as well. I also have my convex ones is here as well, and then at some point I'm going to do GitHub Actions. But yeah, that's I am planning to release this soon. I need to just figure out how to bundle it, and I'm still waiting on the approval for some of my App Store stuff. But yeah, that kind of made me think of this one I'm building too. This is cool. Quick GPT could be nice. Yeah, chat really does get buried. And the one-off things, like I do the one-off things all the time, and typically my workflow would just go here, scroll to the bottom, do a one-off. So. I had to tell Codex to do that all the time. So I figured that's the exact problem that I kept having, and I kept going like, what servers are running? This just kind of made it super simple all in one. So yeah, I'm thinking as soon as I figure out how to actually release this on the App Store, I will. I'll probably do the same thing that Codex Bar does too, where you can just download like via GitHub. It'll be free to use. I was thinking about doing like like a paid thing for live servers, but I'm just gonna have a donate button at the bottom if people think it's interesting enough to pay for. But I there's some probably interesting SaaS solution here, whatever. I don't know. I don't really care that much. It's just like it just uses your CLI and figures out things you have working here. Sign DM, yeah, that's what I'm probably gonna do. Sign DM and GMG. That's kind of my thought too. It's just like the App Store stuff, it's just such a pain in the ass. Hang on, I'm actually making note of that. Secrets. That's what Codex Bar and pretty much everyone does too. So, yeah, I'm gonna do that. Yeah. So yeah, Mike Demiller just made me think of my project too, and maybe it's useful, maybe it's not. I don't know, but I'm gonna get that going at some point. All right. Okay. All right. We should now have mechs. We should now have mechs, and they should be able to shoot people with Gatling guns and missiles and stuff. 5.5.f some mech is easier for people to download. So yeah, I agree. Maybe I'll get that going over the next couple days. It's I got a couple of things to clean up for the Vercel and Convex stuff, but probably got another ship now. All right, let's see if mechs work. Oh baby, does it work? Oh hey, we got we got missiles. We got missiles and they're blowing things up. Gatling is working, but it's really hard to see. Laser. Charging. Smoke. I mean, yeah, it doesn't really... Okay, hang on. Let's shoot all these dudes here. Oh, mech blew up. Alright, guys. We have missiles and Gatling guns. Kind of sick. Alright, sweet. Hell yeah. Hell yeah. Looks sick. Merge the main. Merge the main. Main push. This guy's, dude, this is, AI is so cool. AI is so cool. Yeah, it's like never in my wildest dreams would I would have thought like, oh, I can just think of this thing and now I can, it's yeah. AGI, dude, killer. AGI is gnarly. AGI rules. All right, let's make sure this works. Make a little some of these. Take a look at that later. That is cool. Hell yeah, I play with mad Legos, dude. Big Lego guy. I actually just got Legos like 2 years ago for Christmas from one of my family members. All right, why is this? This is all messed up now. What the hell's going on? All right, this is kind of broken a little bit, but let's see. Why is this? Let me make sure it's not for all these. This needs a little bit of work. Yeah, problem with an adult is not being enough time or energy. Amber is a barrier. Yes. Yeah, absolutely. Absolutely. Okay, so now this should run jobs automatically every day for you. And job system is working. All right, guys, the jobs we're generating posts. They don't look very good, but you know what? We now have the ability to... Hang on, let's make this a little bigger, this modal. This modal is cut off slightly, and the save button in the bottom right-hand corner is hard to see. We also don't need a cancel button. Just allow me to click off this modal and we'll just close it. We don't need a cancel or close in both places. It just doesn't make sense. I think this is good otherwise. Why don't you go ahead and remove content generation as the eyebrow, actually? And then just make generation settings the main item here. And remove the product and voice context are added automatically as well. That's just providing no value in this model. Hell yeah. Merge and push the main. Sweet. Okay. Oh yeah, we need sounds. We need sounds. Find some creative common for the audio. I'll do that. We'll do it in a new session. New session. Trying to get better at doing that. It's you could technically just I could keep going this session forever, but I don't know. Context limits, whatever. They don't even exist anymore. It compresses things so good it doesn't matter really. But whatever. We'll do it for the mechs, i.e. Gatling guns, big and small guns, missiles, laser, and cockpit sounds. Okay. I'll give an example of so I did my own voice recording for this Unity game, and I mean, again, this is just like a little example where I just I pulled up a QuickTime Player, I put the sound quality as high as it can go, whatever, and I just started recording like death sounds and getting shot sounds. So I recorded like a 1-minute video. I put a 2 to 3 second pause between each sound, and I saved that to my downloads folder. Codec took it, it found where all the breaks were in the audio, and then it made, 10 individual WAV files or MP3 or whatever they are, and plugged them in the game. It's like, just crazy. It's, I don't know. It's very cool. Very cool. All right, so we just gotta get this modal cleaned up a little bit more, and then this feature for generating posts, which is pretty much the only thing that actually matters, is can we generate posts for that? The only thing that really matters for LaunchLoop is can we generate posts and schedule them. So this is a long overdue feature, but it's coming up. It's coming up. We're just gonna make them look better. Yeah, thanks, Dakota. Yeah, I mean, I didn't think of it. Codex suggested that. But yeah, I figured, okay, instead of me having to create one thing and record and back and forth, yeah, I just recorded and I guess what helped with that as well, Dr. Cody, is when I was doing this, you kind of get into the zone, kind of become a character, right? So individual takes, it's you kind of gotta okay, here's a take, let me get into character again, when you do it all at once, it just, for me at least, it just made it easier to stay in that character. And in most games, like Escape from Tarkov, for example, there's 4 character voice lines, and then they're all different voice lines and stuff. So I literally have a Jesse voice line. And I'm thinking of doing a Harold, like an enemy voice line called Harold. Who'd be like, huh? Metal Gear Solid, who was that? Just something in the game to be interesting. Kind of make it feel more dynamic. Nothing crazy, but just something started. One thing I really like too that I did, just for debugging. Hang on one second. Let's see. Yeah, import wire. Let's do Creative Commons. I think we have a credit screen somewhere too. How deep should the first cockpit pass go? I mean, dude, Enter, exit, auto machinery, movement strain, weapon feedback, overheat, and damage alarms. I mean, what's crazy, like, it will do this too. Let's go. We're doing core combat, and it'll just get this, you know. So to find all the creative condom stuff it wants to do, and just plugs it in. One thing I did that really helped for debugging too. I have a credits menu somewhere, I think. Settings. Attributions, yeah. So just like Creative Commons stuff, free firearm sounds, gun reload, impact. So yeah, we got that. Here's all the character models. Again, this is like all like we did make the character models. We used the pack for this because I just can't be bothered with that. We got 2 factions as well. Ascended will eventually be like all the like bots, but just like to create like distinct factions for now. It's kind of like insurgents versus like, you know, U.S. military, whatever. Let's see what else. Oh, yeah, I wanted to show this. I thought this was really cool for debugging. I have a bunch of stuff in debugging. I can basically see every animation in game, which I thought was nice. I didn't really ask for this. It kind of just did a lot of this, but you can adjust the speeds. Every sound I have in the game here as well. So like I can kind of preview all my sounds live. I give myself infinite health, little stuff like that. I can spawn people. It kind of like I just said like make a debug menu, and then it like did most of this. Like I can do paths for seeing where guns are fire, shooting, and so forth. Yeah, there's like a lot of this stuff, but just like, you know, it's like, oh, okay, here's what I suggest. Like, that sounds good. Again, worth noting for anyone watching, the way I code on stream is very different than I do professionally. Worth noting. Should a character talented sound the same in this first pass? Yeah, make them. We'll make it shared. That's fine. What 5.6 mod are you using the most? I've been using 5.6 Soul on high as my default. I've been doing a little Ultra, but it just, you know, I use more tokens, and I have a few tasks in mind to do for that, but I'm trying to be really cognizant of my usage limits, even though I have resets available and whatnot. But yeah, 5.6 Soul on high has been my default right now. And that kind of equivalent to like 5.5 on extra high ish, somewhere in there. There's like a 1-to-1 correlation. Somewhere between medium and high and 5.5. Somewhere in there. Checking the schedule. All right, guys, we gotta get going in maybe like 10 minutes or so. And yeah, let's see what we can get else done. Hopefully we can get this mech sound stuff done in 10 minutes. That'd be super cool to show you guys. And then this just has to fix the modal stuff a bit. Mike DeMille, that seems to be the sweet spot for Soul based on reviews. I'm gonna try Soul a bit more. I've been using Luna medium a lot. It's good at Snappy. No Terra bad. I haven't used anything else but Soul, so I have no opinion on Terra or anything else or Luna. Soul is like their frontier model for like coding and stuff. Yeah, Dr. Code, seeing one of the bank breaches expire soon. I'm running everything on Soul, Ultra Fast, Ultra X Fast. Yep, that's the way to do it. Yeah, basically if you go into this menu here. Hold on a second. And it just found on the source material. I found in the Creative Commons, got some sci-fi, and it's gonna, you know, it's crazy. It's crazy. It just found all the packs it needed and wants. We're gonna have a voice profile. All right. That looks good to me. Good call. I'm gonna have Codex crank out some stuff on linear. Yeah, dude, do it. Make sure you get the linear plugin. Okay, one annoying thing though, Mike Miller. When you hook up linear, unless they fixed this recently, you can only connect to one linear project at a time. So basically that meaning, so I'll show you for example. They may have fixed this, I doubt it. What linear project do you see? There's a way around this, and I'll show you in a second. But basically, if you're using the linear plugin to like look at projects or tasks or whatnot, right now it can only connect to a single linear project at once. So for example, like I have 4 linear projects, but whenever I actually use like @linear or linear anywhere, it's only gonna be able to see and connect to my. Oh, sorry. I didn't mean to say project. I'm sorry. I'm gonna say team. What team am I connected to? Sorry. Yes, I realized as soon as I said that, teams. It can see any project, but it can only see one team at a time. Sorry. Unless they changed this recently, which they may have. Okay, so now let me show you, for example. I don't want to disconnect because it's currently running a task now, but if you go to plugins and then linear, I'll show you how to do it at least. So if you go to manage, you go to manage here, and then under manage, if you do, I believe it is, sorry, wrong place. Under connected, it's kind of really hidden here. Took me a while to figure out what this is. Under connected, if you go to reconnect, I won't click it, but if you do manage in ChatGPT, once this screen opens, you basically have the ability to select a single one of your teams. So when you basically meaning that anytime you use the linear plugin, it can only see one of those projects, sorry, one of those teams at a time. And for example, I'm managing like 4 linear teams, and then each team associates with the project here. But you can get an MCP server going, and you can set CLI keys, or sorry, you can set API keys and whatnot locally, and I actually had like an entire thing spun up for me, and you can manage it off like a JSON file and stuff. And I was gonna do that, but I was like, whatever. This will make me focus on one thing at a time. So just one FYI, they may have fixed that since, and I'm sure it's in their backlog to fix at some point. Like for example, like post hog, you can connect, as many different projects and teams and whatnot as you want, and always has access to them. But linear just isn't there yet. So yeah, 5 projects on one team. I love projects in my workflow. Just I'm sure you'll find your own if that works for you. But I have so many projects, hard to keep track. But basically, like my Command F is my friend here. So like, anytime I'm like, oh okay, I'll typically just look for one word. So pricing. It's like okay, pricing. I need to look for chat, loopy chatbot. That's kind of how I work here. You can always just go through your project and find the right one. You could also just have them all be associated with nothing if you wanted to. The workflow really doesn't matter that much. Just whatever works for you, honestly. And that's the thing I like about linear too. It doesn't force you to like have a particular kind of workflow. It's like what works for you, and you can just do that. Yeah, I've been really liking it. Cycles, they also have this. I haven't done them because I don't think we need to. But cycles is the idea of like sprints and whatnot. So you can make like a 5-day cycle, whatever. Maybe we should start doing it just to get more organized and focus on features that only really matter. But if you wanted to implement any of that stuff too, you could. Yeah, dude, and then last thing I'll show too, and again, if you have the Claude and/or Codex desktop app, you can open this in Claude Code. You can also open this in Codex desktop, and I haven't done this yet, but you can assign this to ChatGPT Codex too. Haven't done that yet, but pretty cool. Sav, got to run a meeting. I'm gonna send a stream if you're leaving soon. Glad you had a good break. Thanks, Sav. We'll see you hopefully tomorrow, dude. Thanks for hopping in as always, Sav. Hope you have a good rest of your day. Hope your meeting goes good too, man. Take it easy. But yeah, Mike Miller, I haven't done this yet. I probably should. Later. You can assign this to an agent outright. and haven't done it yet, but I'm assuming if you sign to an agent, it just kicks off the task automatically. But I haven't actually tried this yet. I don't know if this uses API token credits either. So there's a lot of ways to do things in Linear, which I like because it just enables you to do whatever one that you like to do. All right. This should be cleaned up a little bit now. Much better. Okay. All right. So now we have the ability to basically create posts based on these three features here, or we're calling a feature product engagement highlight. And we can always change it, but that works now, which is good. Settings probably shouldn't live here, but whatever. Whatever, it's gonna live there for now. These posts aren't great, but you know, they're working. They're being generated, so that's all we really ask for here. Oops. All right, let me get this merged in. Merge. Sorry, merge the PR to me. Cool. All right. We have posts being generated with a button now. I think I'm gonna do the thing where I make all the accounts for my agent, get up Linear, etc., and set up as a separate person and treat it as a team member that I manage. Yeah, no, I like that. I think that the billing in Linear is also very generous. Like you get 250 free issues. I think you get as many people per team as you want, I think. Yeah, that's another thing I really like about Linear too. Just their pricing, I think, is extremely fair. I think $10 a month, like for limited issues. I mean, the fact you get up to 250 on the free tier is like we're still not paying for Linear, and we probably will when we hit the 250. It's just working too well for us. Very generous to solo for sure. And you could argue like could you use markdown files or make your own system? Sure, but should you? Could you? Sure. But should you? Something else I did too, I forgot to show this. We have a cost page now, mostly because I keep forgetting how much things cost. So, in pursuit of just open everything, here's how much it actually takes to run try launch loop. And we're going to try to find a good system that'll kind of update this dynamically over time. But yeah, this is just been useful for us. Just so you get an idea of like how much things actually cost. Right now, Vercel is the most expensive thing, just because it's $20 per person for a Vercel team. Everything else so far is pretty reasonable. Convex, I'm not. We're gonna get hit with the convex bill for sure. I know that. I don't think it'll be that much. API costs aren't that bad for OpenAI right now. XAPI is pretty good too. It's about a cent per tweet, which is kind of a little much, which is a little cheaper. But yeah, this is what it actually takes to run try launch loop right now. Thought that might be interesting. I think more sites should do this too. Just like, hey, here's how much this costs to run. MR. This is called Trust MR. I don't know why it's called Open MR, but that's what it costs. All right. We're still cooking on some Mac audio. 86%. I love how they got rid of this 5-hour tier. It's like I'm constantly checking this because I'm like worried that my 5-hour tier is gonna come up, but don't even have to. All right. Let's see. Got like 5 more minutes here. I'm not sure if it'll be able to be up in time. I want to put ragdolls. I'm doing ragdolls next. Ragdolls are so cool. Oh, where'd that go? What the hell? Ragdoll. Did I not put this down here? Guess I didn't. Add ragdolls. And what's great too is like I could probably go to Codex and just say add ragdolls, and like it would just do it. It would just do it. The characters and whatnot in this pack that I bought already has like all like the you know, like limbs and like everything all connected, like in terms of like the T-pose, whatever. You know, for all the joints and connections. So I'm sure that there's a native Unity way to do it. If there's not, there's probably, you know, something I can reach for on the asset store for like a Ragdoll manager or something. But yeah, Ragdolls rule. I think I was actually looking up some Ragdoll stuff, I believe. The animation system in Unity is hard to understand. I don't know if anyone can help me out with how this works, but there's this mechanism, and then there's also like an advanced API, I guess. There's an animation rigging. I gotta figure that out better. Yeah, I got to figure out how to use this animation rigging package. Right now, I guess I'm a mechanism animator. I don't know. By learning about all this stuff, all right. Let's see. We are testing the merge. Yeah, Dr. Dakota, I would love some. I have noted as well, Dr. Cody, what you recommended last time. Just on like the animation stuff. Yeah, maybe tomorrow, depending how much time I have for tomorrow. I'd love to just like figure out and learn more about that, I guess, more than anything. Hey, it's got a Supabase update. Open code now integrates with Supabase. Cool. Stack DB syncs with Supabase. Binary payloads. Interesting. Okay. Some cool stuff going on Supabase world. Let's see. Let's see. I'm checking the schedule, guys. Give me a sec. All right. Gotta get going in just a minute here. Andy, what's up, dude? Kind of real how you can make actual 3D video games right now. LMs, dude, it is crazy cool. It's a crazy cool world. And it's like, you know, okay, yes, like I said it before, like there's certainly a responsibility between like being a prototype in a game. I think especially for SaaS apps, but it's like if the game breaks, yeah, it's unfortunate, but you know, we're not making pacemakers over here, right? If our app goes down, okay, yeah, it'd be unfortunate to not have some social media for a day. And yeah, I'm sure that there's a real dollar impact associated. But for games in particular, it's just like you can't play a game for a little bit. I'm not doing anything with healthcare or low flying orbits or low orbit satellites. You know, my workflow would look very different now if I was making those kind of tools. Right now, it's just fun. It's just fun. It's fun. It's cool, and I'm doing things that are just interesting to do. All right. So we just pushed a feature. All right, let's take a look, shall we? I also want to get this Unity game working on mobile, mostly so I can just test it from my phone. Kind of cool to do. All right, let's take a look. So now we should have. Let's go try launch loop. I gotta get this project picker also working a little better. Okay, so let's go to here. It's just still damn slow. I don't know why it's so slow. All right, it's content library. This is for launch loop. So let's just try generate 3 posts. Generate posts. Okay, if 3 posts are queued, Loopy is generating it. Let's go to the jobs. Let's see. All right, we got 1 job running. I do kind of wish there was more like a real-time thing here. I think it's maybe something got here next. Okay, this all work locally. What's might still be running? There we go. Just need a little bit of status indicator. Okay, that ran perfect. Yeah, just need a better status indicator. 3 posts generated from Loopy. Try launch loop. Start some ship work, not a blank prompt. It uses GitHub commits, merge work, product content, screenshots, and milestones to draft launch content you can review before anything is shared. This matters because builders should not lose the story after feature ships. That's pretty damn good. That's pretty damn good. Most product work disappears after it ships. Try launch loop helps indie SaaS builders trust the work into clear launch moments for X, LinkedIn, and Facebook. It keeps the builder in their view loop, so the story stays grounded when it actually ship. That's pretty damn good too. Shipping is hard. Explaining what shipped, why it mattered, and what changed for the customer is the part that keeps getting pushed to later. What is one thing you shipped recently that there's a better launch post? That's pretty damn good too, I think. Those look pretty good to me. And it uses Brent's context, I think. Oh, no, this is done even without... Hold on. Okay, these were done even without the context. This was done... Wow, okay. This was done even without any of the... Unless this is using context from somewhere else. But I don't think it is. Because we removed all like the old post stuff. This is pretty good without any of the voice or product covers. I realized I didn't connect the GitHub here yet. I thought I did. These are looking pretty good. And I'll probably look even better once we get to actually going. I'm going to do one small thing here. Like I'm going to make this button say like generate 3 posts. But yeah, guys, we gotta clean up the job runner a little bit just to like make that experience a little bit better, so it's clear like something's kicking off and whatnot because it sort of gets hidden. It's looking pretty good. I will be willing to post these, and in fact, I will. I will schedule this post for today at 9 p.m. And let's see, go to channels. Schedule. And there we go. We are now scheduled. That should make it when you click on it, it goes back to the actual posts if you want to edit anything. But if I didn't love this, I could edit this here. LinkedIn and Facebook are coming soon. I could say, if Brent was here on this team, I could say, look at this. Very cool. But he's not here. I'll pretend he's here, though. Ladies and gentlemen, we have posts being generated from the app. I can almost feel the MRR. We came really close today, but someone put in a trial card. And I get it. Okay, I probably would have done the same thing. But our app actually works now. Now people can say, oh, look, you can click on a button and generate posts. Even though it wasn't using any product or voice markdown files that Brent has been working on. Can you imagine how much better the posts will get with this context? Hopefully better. Hopefully better. All right. I'm pretty happy with this. Okay. We're going to keep iterating on this over time. Do a little bit of UX cleanup. Worth noting. Maybe we'll even add the ability to create your own categories you want, right? So we kind of have 3 categories we like. Feature highlight, product app highlight, engagement highlight. Those are like the 3 posts that we made. Maybe I probably got to make it more clear. But we could also, give this to the user. We could say, hey, what do you care about highlighting? And maybe like give me like a dynamic plus or minus, like here's what I care about. I don't know. Maybe people care about it, maybe they don't. maybe we just have this as your starting point, and then people can modify it over time as they see fit. But we got posts. We can create a post from scratch. This is scheduled for 9 a.m. today on the. Let me make sure it's going on to the right account. Channels. Let's see. What account is this going to? This is going to channels. All right, this is in the TriLoop channel. Okay. Oh yeah, we also have a portfolio, which I don't know if I'll keep. But we have a public portfolio you could go to, and you could see all the posts that you made on your social media throughout time. I don't even know if I'm going to keep this or not. But this, do I still have this? I probably deleted these. Kept this one. Kept that one. Okay. All right, guys. I think it's funny. Sometimes I feel like, there's little things per stream that are like, okay, maybe move the needle a little. Feel like, this feature in particular moves the needle quite a lot. The really only thing that's missing now is like having the same button for content schedule and having a button that says, schedule posts. Maybe it's even a two-step process. Maybe generate posts. Once they're generated, just schedule right in that modal. I'm not sure. I got to give that a little bit of thought. But we have posts. We have posts being generated by the app, and they are being added to your content library. And that is pretty cool. And it took us about a month and a half to get there. But I think we're really close to having like a real thing. Posts. Yeah, I'm saying posts now. Posts. I think on Twitter they're called posts now as well. I don't think they're called tweets anymore. But we have posts. I'm kind of stalling because I want this sound to get done. It's so close. It's so close. I want to show the sounds. I wish I could say, how much longer do you think you have to execute this? I don't think it's going to be done in time. I said I had 5 minutes ago, 13 minutes ago. Come on. I think it's just running tests. All right, well, that's going. I can't start another. I can't start another session because I will definitely be super late. Yeah, Soul takes a long time. It do be thinking. But I started to check my age every 2 minutes. Yes, that is the ultimate trade-off. Is it takes. I'd rather have it take longer to get the right answer than take slower to have me prompted like many times over. Any day of the week. I'd rather have it take longer, for sure. I think. Oh wait, I keep forgetting I can click on this. It's just testing now. It's just testing. We're so close. We're so close. Yeah, I could see the use case for each model. I don't know. It's funny. I've said before, if you got the Ferrari, you might as well drive it. But it's like, would you be taking your Ferrari to work every day as your daily driver? I don't know. Maybe. For me, that more is around the actual, not the model I choose, but the level of effort. So like level of effort for me, I will change based on the task at hand. I've heard people getting better results using the Superhuman plugin with Soul. I think I have that on by default. Superhuman. Oh no, superpowers. I think you meant superpowers. I actually don't even have it installed right now. Interesting. When did superpowers? When did superpowers get uninstalled? I guess it did at some point, huh? Interesting. Superpowers make Soul super pedantic. Interesting. Okay, maybe it's not a bad thing, because this absolutely was installed at some point. So I'll keep it uninstalled, I guess. Good to the pop out. Thanks for streaming. Catch chat. Yeah, dude, take care. I know I should be wrapped up by now myself. But thank you for joining, Mike Miller. We'll see you tomorrow, dude. I'm like seconds away from this. How about this? I'll show you guys tomorrow. I gotta run myself. I'm already 10 minutes late. Thank you guys for joining. Appreciate you. Who is live today? Yeah, I know. Shit, I gotta run. Hey, Dr. Cody. Let's see. 7 followers, nice. Looking forward to writing you, dude. All right. Got Dylan, Ginger Dev. Here, let me pause. Oops. If I can pause, there we go. All right. Let's see. Rated him a couple times. Let's see, what's he working on? The Ginger. Thorny, we just rated a couple days ago. See, he's working in VS Code. And Tim, I gotta go to my raid manager actually, because I don't get as I do it from there. Any suggestions for raid? Otherwise, we will give. As always, we'll do Codex. Good Claude. Still not many tags these. All right, let me do following. Let's get. Let's hit up. Let's see, 2 hours for Game Engine. Nice. I don't think have we done Tim before? Let's see. Let's set up Ginger again. Unless anyone has any suggestions. Oh wait, hold on, there's anyone here. Dr. D Boy working on a new game. Show stream. All right, let's rate someone else to have him before. Let's see.
So you need
Let's give him a raid.
no?
Give him a
What
raid.
do you mean no?
Try something new today.
Yes.
All right, guys. Take care.
How else you going to change?
See you guys tomorrow. Later.